Folks, how is it going? Oh, this is a different style of podcast, but it's not really. I say that for a reason. Why, you may ask? Because this isn't YWC Football Talk. No. Football is taking a back seat today. Tonight, it is all about WrestleMania. YWC WrestleMania Talk. Tonight, it's me, 3 of my closest friends here on the internet, live on YouTube, live on Twitter. But before we get started, folks, you know exactly what I gotta do. Cue the intro. Always got to shout out to the great folks at Crier Media. They have me as a creator on there. This podcast is always can be found on Crier Media on a number of their outlets. And first up, trying to figure out who this is, but folks, we're bringing the guests in hot and heavy. First off is Alex Toussaint's favorite Peloton rider. Give it up for the one and only Chris Ramey here on YWC WrestleMania Talk. Now, for the man who loves his Taco Bell, who loves his sports teams, and who always happens to be on the pessimistic side of things, but we love him for it, is Randy Oscar's favorite. It is Matt Lorenzo.
Not pessimistic also.
How are we doing, gentlemen, as we wait for one more person to join us? Because the fun is just getting started here on YWC WrestleMania Talk.
I wasn't expecting it to be live immediately.
Yeah.
It's caught off guard by that.
But I have one more.
I put on a wrestling shirt for this. Come on.
I have a Triple H chalk line jacket, baby.
Let me see it.
Yes. But I have one more person introduced to the general public. He is a film star, he is a movie star, he is a TV star, and he's got an Instagram. Shout out to Alex Lorenzo, everybody.
Wow.
We got
what an introduction.
Man, I told you guys, it's WrestleMania season. You got to come in hot. This is a little different for everyone here. Everyone here is used to football, this and that. Hey, maybe we'll talk some football at some points. Maybe we will. But look at all of us, wrestling attire.
Did you send that intro to do?
This,
Yes.
That might have been the best sentence Griff ever said.
How did he know that?
I'm sure.
Day in the life of New Orleans.
I'm shocked.
He watched every single Jake in the Mirror.
Just for this?
This podcast, yeah, just to figure out one quote.
Yep. But anyway, guys, we're going to have
WrestleMania, baby.
Woo!
Is Ramey going to talk?
I'm mute.
What is that shirt, Matt? Oh, it's
SummerSlam.
Warrior Savage. Oh, shit.
Now I can see Beefcake's eyes.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Did you get him that shirt, Matt?
Yeah, that's the one from Legends.
Oh, wow. It still fits.
What was that, like
Ramey
11
hasn't
years
changed.
ago? It's actually
A
kind of
long
big on
time
me now.
ago,
It's
yeah.
like, it's big on me now.
It's disgusting. I don't like that.
You know what? It's like I said earlier. Today's different in the sense of, look, I've never done like a complete wrestling episode, but it's been a while and it's overdue. And why not bring in 3 of the biggest wrestling fans that I know, as Matt.
And we're down to 2.
And we're down to 2.
It's gone.
Yeah, and Matt's gone. Sorry, Matt. Once you leave, you're not getting another introduction like that. So sorry to be you, Matt Lorenzo.
He's sorry to be himself, too. I mean, look at him. Jesus. I just realized your background, Alex. I didn't even notice that at first.
And
That's the most Ramey thing I've ever heard.
Ridiculous.
The fuck happened?
I'm not logged into StreamYard, so I clicked log in by accident and booted me out of the fucking thing completely.
That's brutal.
Can you put me back under Ramey? I like being under.
I don't want to be under Ramey.
Yeah, please.
Ever.
I honestly don't know how to do that. Let me try.
I don't know if it'll let you. Just try to drag us.
Oh,
If not,
Ramey's
it
gone.
won't
Oh,
let
he's
you.
back.
Oh, he's back.
I thought you could move people. Can you not?
You can on Zoom, I think.
I thought you could do it on here.
Let's spend an hour and a half trying to figure that out, and then
or,
15 minutes of Mania.
So the worst comes to worst, you have to kick Alex out, and he'd come back under grip. And now I'm alone.
I like
I'm
that.
alone. Yes,
I like that.
I own the podcast. All right, Crier Media is the best media ever.
Matt and all of his fans, literally.
It's one of them. Yeah, that's the only one. Besides Randy. I named this Randy.
Oh, now Matt's stuck with me forever.
No, just
kick
boot
me-
Alex.
kick me out, yeah.
Kick Alex out, and then we'll just have the podcast without him.
And
Perfect.
Alex is gone, but let's see what happens when we bring him right
Hey,
back
there
on
we
in.
go.
Oh, and
There
there
it
we
is.
go.
Perfect.
There
Matt
we
and
go.
Ramey are on top of each other like always.
Is
Everything's
anybody
fun.
watching it? Is Randy here?
We've got 2 people so far, so we'll see. Night's still young. We got a long way to go.
I have to go on YouTube to see the comments.
Yeah, I was literally just about to ask.
I'll have them. They should be right here on
There's
the.
a comment. There's a comments tab where the private chat is. I think we can see them. If somebody.
Yeah,
I think that's if they comment on StreamYard, isn't it?
No, it's at the comment on YouTube.
Okay, good.
good.
Yeah, not my first rodeo doing this. But anyway, guys, the way I'm structuring this is based off because look, the cards aren't finalized yet. But the way I'm structuring this is off of what I've seen so far for like what's confirmed. So the order is there. Some of you guys might have to mute because I'm hearing an echo. But anyway, guys, we're going to start off with the first match. That's the one that's already been said to be opening the show. And that is Austin Theory versus John Cena, U.S. title match. Who wants to have the floor first on this one?
Not it.
Matt, I disagree with your take, so I'll start. I think Cena's winning, and I think Cena should win.
No, that's awful.
I think
That's
Theory
awful.
will have a much better
Awful.
redemption story after. Cena is.
He already did
I
that.
don't think he comes in. They have like one promo, and then Theory just beats Cena. I think a lot of. I mean, yes, a lot of times I believe
his
that
movie
the guys
schedule
like
like?
Cena and Hogan, they shouldn't be beat unless it's the next guy. And Theory could be that guy, and he might be. But also, I think he would be better losing to Cena and then building up, hopefully to a rematch, but hopefully building up to a world title like feud. And I think if he loses and goes even crazier than he did last time they reset him, I think he'll be even better than if he just beats Cena and then brags about it
That's terrible.
and keeps the title. I honestly think it's a good way to get the title
2023.
off
It's
of him
not
without
like
him looking
2010
bad,
Cena.
and he should move up.
If Cena's going to be there for the next 6 months, okay, maybe.
No, hopefully he
Wait,
drops
what's his
Raw in
movie
an open
schedule? Like?
challenge.
You know that kind of weird shit. Is he filming like fucking Anal Sluts 5 or something?
If
Actually,
Cena
I think
drops
it's,
it on Raw to like Jay White, for instance, or LA Knight, honestly. I
Yeah,
think it
could you
be
imagine
good.
that John Cena beats Austin Theory and then jobs to Jay White the next night? It'd be an insane
Jay White
fucking
would have to
weekend.
be brought in as one of the biggest stars. What are you kidding me?
There's
would be
no
awesome.
chance that happens. Yeah, I know, but there's no way. Oh, here we go.
Nope.
Randy's
There
here.
you go.
Wednesday Night Delight.
What's the phenomenal Matt, the notorious
Wow,
Alex, and
Ramey is
the
a
legendary
legendary
storyteller.
About-
Yeah, Ramey. Get to the point, Ramey is what we call him.
Ramey, can you give us an update on your rodents? Your exterminator story.
I haven't even heard this.
That's not good.
Billy the Exterminator.
I wish it was Billy.
What about the story of him stubbing his toe and then puking? That's my favorite.
Or falling and hitting his head on the toilet.
Well,
or his mom sitting in his room with a knife scaring him.
This has gone off the rails instantly. It's less than 10 minutes in.
All right,
Yeah,
Matt,
but
give
does
your
anybody
reasons.
know his schedule? Like, if he's just going to be one and done, then there's no point in winning.
Couldn't you have him work like a part-timer schedule? Because the way I'm
But
looking at
if he's filming something, then he can. If he's not, then he can do like
I
Lesnar.
don't know. I think them opening the show is a big sign that he's gone before the main event that night. But I hope he's.
That's true.
On
I think it's
Raw,
just a cool way to
drop
start.
it.
Fucking Cena's music.
Well, I mean, it's a
What was
throwback to Mania 20, where he
This is
won.
first Mania.
do you think he's going to do some sort of special entrance or anything like that? Or do you think it's just the usual, comes out, acknowledges Stu, and then runs down the ramp?
I think it'll be more that than anything he's done.
Maybe they'll show
big
like
in
a
the
video
past.
package of every single one of his like Mania matches or some shit like that.
I could see that more video package tribute thing than a big entrance.
Also, would be his third Mania winning the U.S. title.
Yeah, Cena's
There's
title.
no way he's going to win. There's no way he's going to win. None.
I think
Look,
he
I'm not
could
saying
win. I
he
just think it's
I'm not
dumb.
saying it's bad if Austin Theory wins. I think you can book
No.
it either way. I just think it would be better and cooler if Cena won.
I just want to hear about how he beat John Cena at WrestleMania like 9 years from now. Just like The Miz, who still talks about beating Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and
That's
you
what I wanna
hate
hear.
it.
Well, yeah, because I hate The Miz. I like fucking Austin
All
Theory.
right.
Matt was also there for that Mania. Let's not forget that.
Hell of
Yeah,
a main
sick road
event.
trip.
Yeah, it was. It was a fucking sick road trip. I literally went to New Orleans, back up to Atlanta, down to Miami, back up to Connecticut.
Ooh, that is quite the road trip.
It's pretty convenient.
It's
The way I look at this match is, obviously I want Cena to win as a Cena fan, but I think from a logistical standpoint, I think it makes more sense to have Theory win just for the whole, clout and everything like that, and the fact that he won't let us hear the end of it. But the way I look at Cena winning is you've got your 3 next pay-per-views are not in the. I know it's a different name. I just pay-per-view. It's always pay-per-view to me.
Yeah.
Are Puerto Rico, Saudi, London, UK, and then SummerSlam in Detroit. So the fact that your next
one
3
of those cities do not belong.
Well, yeah. Well, one of these things is not like the other one. One of these things is a lot of stuff wrong with
Rico.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, the way I look at that, though, wouldn't you want to have him in like Puerto Rico and London and Saudi?
Puerto Rico, basically Mexico.
No, it's like south of Miami.
Alex told me that once.
It's inside
that's the
joke.
way
That's kind of racist, and I regret saying. But it was about Hector.
I don't regret saying it. Was hysterical.
Took it very lightly.
But doesn't that make sense though? Where if you have them in those three countries, if you will, or cities. I know Puerto Rico is its own, but isn't that the way to look at it though? Where hey, it can help not drive ticket sales, but it's just like another name to have. Considering
I don't think if Cena was even available, he would go to Saudi. He wouldn't do that for the PR. That'd just be bad PR for him.
I mean, he came
let's
out and
take
said,
Saudi.
I love Vince McMahon.
Well, I mean,
I bet you wouldn't go to Saudi, especially if Vince were in charge. He would go.
Maybe he can be bought. I don't know.
But wouldn't you want him to do Puerto Rico and London?
He's a company man more than anything.
I
just don't think Cena's doing a pay-per-view that's not Mania or SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I feel like this is his last match.
No chance.
You think so?
I don't think he's committing to that. No way.
He can come back for like 1 billion times.
Yeah,
he's in good enough shape to where he can have.
He's got to do 1 match a year to keep the streak alive.
I'm also certain they'll have him work in Philly next year, so that's just the other thing is with it as well. Especially if there's those reports coming out that he is going to, if they want to stack that card. But it was Randy's first Mania.
Next comment's great.
I know the next one we'll get to in a minute, and that podcast is still coming sometime in the off season. But with the Miz hosting, Matt, do you hate it or do you just look at it as he'll be out for a couple of segments each night and then that's it? Like
at least he doesn't have. We don't have to listen to him talk and have a match. At least he's just talking and then. I can't pretty deadly just host both. Like,
come on, Matt. It's been enough. Like the Miz hate is so ridiculous at this point.
I don't care
Ramey,
about him as much. I just don't need to listen to him talk.
Ramey's a Miz fan.
I'd actually rather just have him wrestle.
The Miz is probably one of the best heels of the last 15 years, just because everybody hates him.
Griff still owes me an NWO belt, so no, I did not.
I don't think either of those have to do with each other. And I think
I'm not going to buy him anything. He hasn't paid up his debt.
Oh, I thought you were responding to Ramey about the Miz.
I don't listen to Ramey speak. I'm sorry. I literally didn't hear him say a single word. I literally zoned out.
Remember when Matt hated Kevin Owens?
What were you talking about? Snip fuck it?
Snip fuck it. Good times.
I missed the Go Pod kind of.
Yeah, what episode are you guys on for TTR?
We haven't had a podcast in this year, I think. We took a hiatus.
It's been 3 months.
Should we just bring back GoPod?
Griff, do you?
I'd actually rather bring back the games.
You know, like a podcast app or whatever, where you can like do what we did for GoPod. Like Alex used GarageBand, where you'd have 3 people in the same room with 3 microphones. I can't figure out how to do that with my computer. No, StreamYard. I can't figure out how to get. I can't figure out how to do that.
Unless you guys want to spend. Unless you want a mixer board and spend $500 each on $500 per microphone on those like fancy Shure mics. Go right ahead.
I almost said garbage. GarageBand worked perfectly for what we were doing. I just can't do it on a PC.
You also need like the I don't know. It's 2. We could do 3 because I think I have 3 USB cords. But that was my problem. When you do one person on Zoom and the other people in the room or something, the echo it just repeats. You can't get the audio correct. I couldn't figure it out.
That's why it's like the way to do it would be those Shure mics where you have a mixing board. That's like the most logical answer. So like say if we were ever live doing a podcast in the same room, which hopefully that happens one day, I would probably just have it where it's like the 3 of us.
Happen in August.
Which could. We'll save that for the end. Next match on the card, guys. Seth freaking Rollins taking on the birthday boy Logan Paul.
Who did you pick, Griff?
Austin Theory. Before anything else, I want to go to Alex because you were talking about this on Twitter today about Logan Paul. Apparently, his deal is up. He had a great rookie year, but you're saying all this stuff about that he's going to sign before he makes his entrance Saturday night. Do you think that has anything to do with him winning or losing on Saturday? Or
absolutely not.
Yeah.
I just think he knows he's going to resign because he's not done doing this, and they're not going to let him walk out the door of Mania without a contract. He's just too big of a star.
I don't see fucking Seth Rollins losing to him, but like Logan
He's
Paul's
not.
gonna lose every single match he has. Is he just gonna lose?
No, Seth Rollins is winning.
I could
Logan
see that
Paul
as
will
like
go away
a
for a little.
random fucking weird surprise that Vince would do. Where like, remember that one year Randy Orton and Kane faced each other and like Kane won for no
Kane
reason?
won.
I could
Kane got
totally
a
see
big push
Logan
after
Paul
that.
winning for no.
I mean, the only reason why I could see Logan Paul winning is them having the feud continue. Like he cheats, Jake Paul comes out and knocks Seth out, something crazy like that,
God.
which gets the feud to
Could
continue
imagine.
to like Puerto Rico or London or something like that.
I'm sure he'll be in Puerto Rico because he lives there, actually.
And I'm sure he'll be in
Who?
Saudi too because he
Logan
has
Paul.
worked the last couple Saudi shows that they've been in as well, I believe.
I just can't see Seth losing this match. It's the wrestler
me
versus
either.
the new
It'd be
guy.
weird.
He's
Yeah.
gonna put him in his place, and the face is
And
gonna
every
win.
week he's been
He
getting
did almost
knocked
beat
out by
Roman.
Logan Paul. So I
So
feel like
did
he
Seth.
has to
Seth's
kind of
never
get the
lost to
W.
Roman. Sorry,
No,
Ramey.
Logan Paul almost beat Roman.
I know, but Seth hasn't lost to Roman. So by that logic, Seth's beating him.
Maybe. I can't see him losing, but I could totally see them just being like, sure, why not? Let's give the fucking prime.
Yeah,
guy.
I wouldn't be like that shocked if Logan wins, but smart booking would have Seth win.
When do they get Mr. Beast for a match? Like, who's next?
Oh, but that's Randy's big question. Who's the big surprise WrestleMania return this year?
I'm hoping
Mr.
for Big Show.
Hold on, let's finish Seth versus.
Yeah, Ramey didn't even
Logan.
talk.
Yeah, I
Or-
talked
he
over
did talk.
Ramey 'cause
I
he
didn't
sounds
listen.
quiet.
Seth has to win. He's got it. There's no reason for Logan Paul to win. He's an attraction. He shouldn't have to win. He shouldn't have to win.
This
I
might
mean,
sound
also-
really bad, but does Ramey remind you of like a cancer patient Baron Corbin right now? Like, I'm really kind of worried.
Baron
What
Corbin's
happened?
bald, so I'm going to
What
go
happened to
no.
you? I haven't seen you in a while. What happened?
Yeah, I think he just looks more like regular Baron Corbin, sad Baron Corbin.
Oh,
Yeah,
sad.
are you going through some bad times?
Hard times?
Are
Yeah.
you gonna wear the same shirt with a stain on it?
I could.
Hard times breed better men, though, right?
Yes. Question for you guys about this match, though. If I were to put an over-under of 18 and a half minutes, where would you lean?
It's a pretty
I
good
bet
line.
you it gets 15, maybe
I'd say
18.
I'd
with
take the
entrances.
under.
I think Cena,
I wanna say-
in theory, could get 15 plus, but I bet you they get like 12.
Yeah, I agree with that with Cena in theory as well. I think
Both of those matches could be 20 minutes.
I'm going over. I'm gonna say like
Shot.
22.
It's Seth. I mean, they should give him whatever he wants.
Well, Charlotte's going a
Two
half
and
hour.
over
We know
there.
that.
We'll
Oh.
get to that.
yes, we will. Let's get back to Randy, because obviously biggest fan. You got to answer his questions. Big surprise return at WrestleMania this year. We have Big Show. We have potential for.
He's under
The
contract.
AEW hired.
As I said, I was hoping for Big Show. Is there? You think there'll be one? I don't know.
No, I don't think there's. I think on Raw there will be. I think they're
Yeah.
gonna bring back Raw after WrestleMania. I feel like the Prestige.
Yeah.
Unless
they'll
Randy
do it.
Orton returns at WrestleMania in some capacity, that's like the only name that comes to
What
mind.
spot? What spot?
KO
would-
and Sammy win, then Orton and Riddle come out. Boom, there you go.
For
You're
no
welcome.
reason
Either are coming
whatsoever.
back soon.
But then I think too, if you're gonna have Orton return, you can even have Miz doing something in the ring, and then you have Orton come out and hit him with an RKO just to get the pop.
Also, you're not fucking spoiling the biggest tag match like in history in the title switch with another face team coming out to get a huge pop. That would
I mean,
be
you could.
awful.
You
for
should.
Seth.
I think they're done with RK Bro, aren't they?
I think so.
I mean, I think now they are forced to be because it's been so long. I don't think they want to run
I
a
would,
whole
I would
other
mark out
storyline
for them
with
to come back.
I'd
Been
rather
almost a
Orton
year.
go
Just
for-
have them come
both of
back
them
on
go
the
for
Raw
Raw.
after WrestleMania and he immediately RKOs.
But I don't think
Yeah,
we're going to
they
get any
turn,
big
sure.
return, though, like what we saw with the Hardys at 33, for example. I don't think we see anything like that at all.
Jay White at Raw.
Or Cody. Randy, before we get to your next question, we're going to get on to our next match, which is Trish, Becky, and Lita versus Damage Control. Also, too, I'm going to come out and say this beforehand. I have Seth winning just because I think, look, I just don't think you can afford to have Seth take another pin. I think you need to get him to win, especially for what the crowd reaction is going to be for him. I'm going to come out and say this. I think you give it to Damage Control. I think that's where, because there's that rumor of Trish versus Trish and Becky at SummerSlam.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
So if you
they're
get
not
Trish and
gonna
Becky
win.
at SummerSlam, and then you have Damage Control win this, because I feel like to have Damage Control be built up since SummerSlam, it kind of doesn't make sense for them to lose in this
They
spot.
can't. They,
They
can't
never
keep
win.
losing. They lose
They keep
everything.
losing. They need
It's
a
over.
W at some
Damage
point.
Control's
Like, at some
done.
point.
I don't
They need to
think.
win
I think they're
something.
moving on.
I think
They
you
used
have
it to get Io in Dakota on the main roster, with a face that everyone knows, so they get recognition and they get screen time. And I think I just think it's over. And either she gets 2 new people from NXT to debut, or it's just done.
But I think the perfect way to lead into Becky versus Trish is have Damage Control win, have some disagreement happen between Trish and Becky, which is why they lose. Then the next night on Raw, Trish just turns on Becky.
Is that happening, Trish and Becky?
That's the rumor that she's going to turn heel.
Well,
I'm not going to put.
And then do you have Christian return and then they French kiss on the Raw stage Monday night?
Don Callis is bleeding
in a turtleneck.
I could see either Trish just turning straight up, causing them to lose, or like they win and then she just beats the shit out of Becky for no reason after that.
Or does like Damage Control win? They get a tag title match the next night or 2 nights later on Raw, and that's when Trish loses because they got to drop the tag titles too.
If she's turning, I would say it's on Raw, and they're all going to have a good face moment in the ring together.
Just do it at WrestleMania. Have Becky like get ready to do something, and she just fucking punches her in the face.
I'm going to continue to do this just because, look, I don't bet on WWE. If it ever becomes legalized, that's when you tell me to call the gambling hotline. But over-under I'm going to put for this match is, I'm going to say 8.5 minutes.
Over.
I think it'll go to 10.
Over. Probably
they got to all get their time.
10 or 11.
But yeah, I think
Lynch in 2 legends. I mean,
the other thing too I could see is Trish potentially basically, doing one of those things where she walks out, where it's kind of like, where she's just like, not my problem. Like,
I can see that, but that would be the worst of the 3 options. I'd rather her just
have they teased anything for a turn?
No,
but that's
awesome.
And that's where
it's so random. It feels forced.
Well, she can be like, "Hey, you're the man. I used to be the fucking man," or some bullshit like that. Just give me that match.
But in the middle of the match at Mania, I feel like at least
she's like, "Oh, you guys won the tag titles. What the hell am I? I'm Trish Stratus."
She came late. She should have showed up in Canada.
Yeah,
but she waited till
Becky stole her passport. That's what it was, I think.
That's the point, though.
Storyline I'm in.
They could have had it happen in Ottawa. You're right, Alex. But no, they waited and did it in Grand Rapids.
Ottawa?
Ottawa.
Yeah, Grand Rapids. Fucking bad crowd.
Yeah. But let's go back to Randy for a second because this is a fun one.
What's your favorite underrated WrestleMania
the
match?
Easiest answer I've ever given.
Oh,
it's Raven versus Kane versus
Big Show.
Raven, Kane, Big Show. Greatest WrestleMania match that no one talks about.
Well, that didn't seem to do much for the crowd.
Yep.
Well, why didn't you guys give your answers?
That was my answer.
Oh, okay.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, but what's your answer?
I don't. That's so many. It's been almost 40 of them. I don't. Fuck.
That's a good one.
This is what we call it here. I'm waiting for Ramey.
Is it really underrated? The match I'm thinking of, Owen versus Bret.
Shawn Michaels.
That's literally one of the best rated matches of all time.
But I feel like no one talks about it as much because everyone's all focused on, Bret Hart.
Speaking of what nobody talks about, Austin versus Bret Hart, I don't think anybody talks about that match.
They wrestled? When did that happen?
Shit, nobody says. I think another one is at 17, Vince versus Shane. It's one of my all-time favorite matches.
All of Vince's matches are actually pretty freaking good. Like the one against Hogan and HBK,
Sean.
Those are actually really good.
Pat McAfee.
Because they're all hardcore matches.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
When do they do that? Do you think Cena and Austin Theory might do like the needle dick spot?
The what?
Griff, did you the XPW needle dick?
I thought they just pull it out and they both have needle dicks.
Griff, did you see that?
No.
Have
you
heard
got
about
his reaction live on the pod.
Oh,
can you send it to him?
Can you? I don't know where it is. Ramey, can you send it to him?
Tweeted.
You have to. You can't show it on the podcast, but you have to watch it and react right now.
Okay.
Because it's incredible.
One match that came to mind for this one, I want to ask you guys about. Would we consider Edge versus Jericho underrated from 26?
I actually have no memory of that.
If it was good or not.
Yeah, honestly, it's weird because he was still kind of fat coming back from his injury. I don't remember if that was good or not.
You can send it in the private chat right here, by the way, that video. What's another one? Another one, too, could even be the... I was going to say the triple threat because it followed Shawn and Taker.
No, those were both bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember them being bad.
Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of the 24 triple threat where Orton wins at a surprise.
That was another good one.
I don't know if the match was good, but the moment of the surprise of him winning was awesome.
That's another good one. I don't think you can call Cena HBK underrated.
No.
Excellent match, excellent entrance.
Man, when was the last time you watched the Iron Man?
The Iron Man match?
Yeah,
I don't know,
12.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's not that good. It was great for its time.
It's good.
It's hard to watch it back though and be like impressed.
I think this would be easier to do if you could say overrated WrestleMania matches or
Anything with
Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, it can be good and still overrated.
yeah.
I don't even know if it's good. I haven't rewatched it.
I put
I don't think
28.
it's bad.
I always put 28 in my top just because I was there. Like it was.
Okay,
just
I'll give you
being
one. I'll
there.
give you one. Punk and Orton from 27. That was actually
Under
really
or
good.
over?
Underrated.
Okay.
Cody, I think Cody faced Ray at 27.
Yeah,
that
was
really
good, too.
That was actually good too.
Ray did
probably
the
the best
Captain
match
America
on the card.
gimmick. Oh, I know
Yeah.
another one. Ray and Punk at 26.
I'm not gonna.
I'm sure it was good. No memory of the actual match.
Yeah,
I remember the Cody
I-
one more.
I feel like 26 as a whole is a fantastic WrestleMania that kind of gets lost in the shuffle for like some of the matches that were good on it because everyone remembers Taker and HBK.
Cena Batista was pretty good.
Triple H and Sheamus was on that card. Every match on that card I remember wasn't horrible except for they had They had an 8-woman tag that was just terrible.
Matt was pissed when Sheamus lost.
I got at it with Stone Cold Steve Austin on Twitter about it.
Looking back, do you agree or disagree?
Well, he won the feud. I just would have preferred him to win at WrestleMania, but Triple H had to get out that fucking golden shovel.
Just
like, do you remember that Brock Lesnar won the feud? No, you remember he lost at WrestleMania.
No, I just don't remember that feud at all because it was terrible.
Come on, we were at the.
No,
what
I
was it
know. I do
called?
remember that.
What was the name of that SummerSlam? The fucking like something with a.
The Final Showdown or something? The Beast?
It was
something.
What year was that?
12.
2012.
Yeah.
Wait, so I put it in the private
Perfect
chat.
show. The perfect
loading.
storm. Perfect storm.
Yes, I knew it was
Perfect
something
Storm.
with like water or like shit like that. Storm, yeah.
We got to
The
get Chris
perfect
live
storm.
reaction.
How is
Is
that
he
a
watching?
perfect
Is he gonna
storm?
I don't know.
All right,
He
go,
broke
bro.
his arm, and then he lost that non-memorable cage match.
Body.
I just think sometimes you got to lose so you can see what the guy has after. All right,
Yeah,
sorry,
how
Griff,
about-
go.
Is he watching?
Yo, what the fuck?
That's wrestling.
Ah.
That's Mac basketball.
What the? Yo.
I didn't realize it was XPW for 2 days.
Yeah, I thought it was Game Changer.
I don't even know where's XPW out of.
I think it's
California.
UK or I think it's out of England.
No, it's California.
Oh, California.
It's the old XPW shit. Like, it used to be like death matches, like 2000.
Oh
like
my
a rip-off
God.
version of ECW. They had some good stuff.
And another one that you could do is disappointing WrestleMania matches as well.
Wow, there's probably so many of those.
Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez.
Were you
excited?
really hyped for that? Were you expecting a lot?
Oh, God, I thought it was going to be 5 stars.
Brock and Omos gonna be way better.
Which is funny enough.
Orton and Triple H and Roman.
Oh,
Roman
yeah.
Dean and
Taker.
Brock.
Roman and Taker should have been
Oh,
better.
Dean and Brock. I was
Oh,
we
Dean
were
and Brock
so
was
upset
awful.
at that. That was so bad. I blame Brock.
Another underrated WrestleMania match was Sin Cara, Kalisto and Ryback for WrestleMania 32.
Ryback.
I'll remember that match, Matt, because we literally got in the venue as that match was going on.
That was a fucking shit show. I oddly like kind of miss Ryback.
Who
Yeah,
we
go
saw in
look
a
at his
Hooters in
Twitter.
Orlando by himself. Are we ready to talk about the next match?
No, I'm good.
Oh, we're gonna do it anyway.
Ooh, Ramey's next comment is a good debate between me and Matt. We disagree on.
I think Ramey's?
You mean
No,
Randy?
Randy's.
Not Randy. You said Ramey.
Oh, yeah.
Said Randy.
Ramey? Brock versus Omos.
Am I the only one who never had a problem with this? Because I feel like I know how this match is gonna go.
People just like to bitch about shit. Like, this is what Brock picked, so whatever.
You're
I'm surprised
also.
Brock actually picked it.
I feel like with this match too, you're not gonna see Suplex City because Omos can't take a bump. You're gonna see Brock Lesnar hit an F5. Everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit!" And then it's gonna be like,
It's gonna be
"Okay,
good.
cool."
It's not gonna suck.
That is
I
actually
don't
going to be
think
pretty sweet.
Brock at his age is going to be able to get Omos up for an F5.
He's
I don't
definitely
think
going
he
to do it.
That's one of your worst takes of all time.
He's tall.
He's
not
going to
fat.
tear an ACL. Wait for it.
He's gonna
His
tear
knees
an
are buckled.
These
ACL.
F5 much bigger guys.
When he was 20 years younger.
I'm pretty sure he big
wanna see him
F5
F5
Big
huge
Show
hell.
in like 2018, 2017, 2016.
Will
one
it
of
break
those
the
years.
ring though, like he did with Big Show?
Can you
Also,
imagine if they
it's
did
just
that
not
spot in the
going
middle of
down.
WrestleMania? What if that main evented so they could do that spot?
I'd-
I would
They
pay
did
money
that
to see
spot right
those instead
before
of Charlotte.
Charlotte versus Rhea. So then there's no ring ropes or anything. They just have to
I
wrestle.
mean, I'd rather Rhea end WrestleMania than Brock.
but I would laugh hysterically if Charlotte got booted out of the main event so they could do a broken ring spot with Omos.
Yeah. I mean,
I give this match over. What's the over under 5.5?
Oh, I'm gonna go 4.5.
Unless like they do the thing where like Brock paces around the ring for a while.
I was gonna say maybe Omos like walks around or something like that.
I think Brock is the storyline's Brock's scared.
What's going to be longer though, the walk to the ring or the actual match itself?
Walk to the ring for who?
Both guys.
Brock's gonna come in on a tractor.
He really might actually. I would not be surprised.
I don't know if you guys are still like, because I know like when we go to Mania, you don't want to see the stage until you get into the venue. But I saw some photos of it or suppose of what's going to look like.
No spoils.
Okay.
Classic.
The only thing.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it. No spoils. Yeah, no spoils.
Okay.
Greatest time.
I think the ramp's going to look like what 33's was. Remember how slanted and like high up it was?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something similar from what it looked like.
I could see that.
Yeah. Like, if you see photos like mid-construction, it's not a big deal anymore. It's just the finished product. I'm like, you want to wait till you get in to get that pure raw reaction for that. But we'll see what happens with that one. Randy, we're going to get to your question in a second because this is another match I want to talk about that I think...
predict this one yet?
Oh, I'm going to go Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock.
Omos beat Lashley last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at Mania, though. He lost at Mania.
Oh, he did lose at Mania? I can't see them.
I told Ryan, I was like, there is no chance Bobby is coming back and losing. He's like, no, they're going to put Omos over. I was like, there is no chance in hell Brock or Bobby loses this match.
At Mania?
Yeah, and I was right.
Yeah, I can't see Brock losing.
He's going to kick out of an F5. He's going to kick out of one.
Yeah.
That's fine. Everybody does. Everybody gets one.
Not that 1 year where nobody kicked out of an F5. After
What year was that? 2003?
No, it was when he beat Joe at Great Balls of Fire and that run. Like, nobody kicked out of the F5, I think, after maybe Mania 30. Maybe it was the run after that. Maybe it was pre-Money in the Bank. I'll say that.
Did Roman kick out of it at 34?
Kicked out of like 12.
34, yeah, kicked out of
Oh, fuck, that's right.
They kicked out of so
I bet you
many.
that match is good if you go back and watch it without the
They
crowd.
just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And I
kinda
think he
do-
kicked out of one at 31.
31 was awesome.
I don't remember if he kicked out of more than one, but probably kicked out of at least one.
Yeah, I think so.
This podcast is going as great as my time on farmersonly.com.
Who said that, Britton?
No, Peter.
Oh.
Griffin or Jay?
Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
Where's
Raw
Peter?
Women's title. Why would they put
Who's Askua?
Asuka?
Who asked you?
Wait, is it spelled wrong?
Yeah, it's you.
Askua.
Oh. Give me a second.
Skewa.
Oh, my
The newest
I was
Japanese
thinking
name
about
for it?
this today, Matt. You remember when
Skewa.
Sam CSB was like, yeah, Japanese
Yeah, that's
names
why
are
I said
pretty easy.
Asuka. I literally think about that all the time for no
He's-
reason. Oh, I
do you
love
remember
Japanese
him?
names. They pronounce
Yeah.
exactly like you read them. First one, Asuka. Wrong.
Second
Asuka.
one, Shinsuke.
Aksua. It's still wrong.
Oh my God, Griff.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, third time's charm. Third time.
Aksua. Oh my God, this is hysterical. There's 2 Ks in it, Griff. Come on.
He's Googling how to spell it now.
Yeah, I am. No shame in that. No shame in that.
She's only been in the WWE for like 8 years now. When did she debut, actually?
She debuted in NXT, I think, shortly before Dallas, Matt.
Oh God, that's fucking.
She won in Dallas.
Google literally has it as ASUKA.
Yeah, I know you spelled it
It's
wrong.
not
Oh, so I just
2015.
Nice try to save some face, though.
yeah.
Yay.
Here we go.
Ah, God.
Oh
Bianca's
God.
You spelled Bianca wrong.
The podcast just peaked. Can't
I
top
really,
that.
really hope we have 2 new women's champions. But
I think-
I kind of see Bianca just not losing for
So
even longer.
I have 3 people right now in WWE that should get the Cena Hogan treatment. Bianca's one of them.
Roxanne
Drew
Perez.
McIntyre.
I
And
wish.
who did you say?
Roxanne Perez.
No, she's getting it, but she shouldn't. I'll just.
Is
stick
she
with-
really getting it?
I'll just.
She
Yes,
was.
Roxanne. Yes. But I'll
literally
just say
passed
I'll just
out.
stick to Bianca right now because I think the other person has a match we'll talk about. So, I guess Drew does too, but he's going to lose. But I think with that Hogan and Cena thing, it's like you have to put over the special people. You can beat everyone. You should be as strong as possible. I think Bianca's perfect in that role. She is super over still. She's a great wrestler. She's good on the mic. I think you can have her beat almost anyone. I think Asuka is the person you need to pass the torch to for at least the next year.
I also think too losing won't kill Bianca's momentum because I can see a very similar finish to. Do you guys have vivid memories of Takeover Dallas of Asuka and Bailey?
Well, she passed out.
Yeah, you can. I think you can do something similar to there, to where Bianca then says, "I never lost. I technically didn't lose," and then you have them face off again in Puerto Rico. Just
I feel like it's important for Asuka to win,
but it's also not.
You're bringing her back to like or giving her like a crazy gimmick where she's going to be insane. Like, don't have her lose.
They kind of restarted her. They made her seem important. Yeah, have her win.
Yeah. A loss doesn't kill somebody, especially when you've been champ for a year. Like, you can lose to anybody, and if you're a champ for a year, you lose to like Hornswoggle. It's still like you still are credible.
So honestly, I think Bianca should lose, and then she goes to SmackDown. That's what I think should happen.
Maybe
give her fresh matchups.
Rhea would have to go to Raw, which would make sense. So,
Rhea would have to go to SmackDown.
No, Rhea would have to go to Raw.
If Bianca loses the title,
Bianca. Never mind. I thought you were talking about
Bianca loses the title, she goes to SmackDown.
All right, I thought you were talking about Asuka.
Or if Asuka wins, then she goes to SmackDown.
You got to get Rhea back with Judgment Day, I think.
You can just put her on both shows. Who cares?
Yeah, at this point, this is the only like actual finish I think will happen. I think Bianca, somebody will hit the ref. They'll distracted or pushed away, but not like knocked out. Missed, choke, but covers the face. Her eyes, like the ref's not focused on that. Can't really see the mist, whatever WWE stuff, and she can't see the rope. She's close to it, but she can't like feel it, and then she just passes out before she can grab it.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna tap, so I think she passes out too.
I also think this match. Do we think this could go over 20 minutes, or do we think it'll be like in the 15 to 20 minute range?
I think it'll get 15 to 18.
I think it'll go 15 to 18 because Charlotte Rhea is going to go like 25.
Why would you put those on the same night? Like, come on.
They did it last year.
They
The
did.
way I booked it, I did it too, but neither were main eventing. I would have opened with Asuka.
Before we get back to Randy and the rest of WrestleMania, I actually want to shift gears and get Alex's opinion on this because he's the resident mark for this product. And that is, if you're in LA, which you are having the time of your life. I watch WWE too, but you are the NXT mark of the four of us. I know the other guys watch.
So is Ramey.
And Ramey.
We all watch NXT every week.
Yeah, I doesn't comment on it.
Yeah.
I don't care enough.
I was gonna say about this. How do you see Stand and Deliver going, and like what matches are you most excited for on that card?
I think it's gonna go just like last year, and it be pretty incredible. And last year was they were in a worse spot than they are this year. They're rolling right now. If you watch the last, I want to call them takeovers, but PLE, it just felt like the old NXT. Dijak and Wesley kicked it off and absolutely knocked it out of the park.
I did watch the Charlotte takeover though. Yes.
Yeah, and it just returned. I'm really looking forward to the main event. Carmelo Hayes is maybe going to be one of the best NXT champions. He's going to have a great main roster run. He's just the total package. Braun Breaker hopefully goes to Raw and does something. Maybe he beats Cena after Cena wins the title. And then the tag match should be good. The men's tag title. I'm just not looking forward to Roxanne winning the ladder match for no reason after she almost relinquished the title. What's the other? The hosts, Pretty Deadly, are going to be awesome. Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano. Yeah, that's the last match I'm probably going to talk about. I'm sad I'm not going to be there for Johnny's probable last NXT match, but I think they're just going to have an instant classic.
Did you skip over your favorite match, Alex?
The one that's listed as the main event right now is Chase U.
Yeah, Chase U against
Chase. I didn't feel like I had to waste time talking about all of them, but Chase U is a top 3 gimmick in pro wrestling right now.
And
like
Tyler Bate with
gimmick. Pure gimmick without like, oh, this is me ramped up to 10. Like, no, like given a gimmick, go get this over. They're like a top 3. And adding Tyler Bate, especially getting him on the card, it's pretty fucking awesome. And the ladder match, I forgot about. The men's ladder match will be insane.
It's also going to be the first time
ladder match. That's not a ladder match.
Yeah, no, it's just a 5-way.
the winner gets control of Chase U. Could you imagine fucking Joe Gacy in charge of Chase
That would be.
U?
If they
Well, what's
lose,
gonna happen?
I'll go with it. They're both awesome. Schism's probably a top 5 gimmick right now.
I think Duke is going to turn on Chase U.
I think he's going to do the opposite. I think they're going to get back together. I just
You
don't
think?
see Duke successful at Schism.
I'm interested in The Rock's daughter actually wrestling on TV since she hasn't done that yet.
She has a name,
She needs
jackass.
to. Yeah, Ava Rain.
No, just
That's
Ava.
just David now. They
I
dropped
hate
her.
that. I hate that.
Well,
I
Stand and
wanna
Deliver
ask-
is going to be dope. If you're on the East Coast, you have a nice afternoon show. If you're on the West Coast, you get to wake up and watch wrestling.
Breakfast in NXT. It's like the
We almost
Power
had
Rangers.
breakfast with the
Power
Rangers. Fuck.
That's how you know we're related. It's the same stupid story that nobody else knows about. We almost had breakfast with Power Rangers, but we were too late on it.
We wouldn't have
So
even went because we ended up going to SummerSlam.
I know. But we could have had breakfast.
It's true.
Kenny Omega just beat Jeff.
We need to roll through these Randy questions. He's piling up.
This is one I really. Not WrestleMania Access.
That's a good question, too,
All
though.
of them.
I want to do. I'm gonna go from the bottom up. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go from the bottom and work our way back up.
What was it, Drake? We started from the
There's,
bottom.
I don't
over
know.
here?
We don't work
Yes.
for WB, but
Oh, nice.
they need to bring it back.
I
Yeah.
think it'll
When
be
did they
get
get
brought
rid of
back.
Access?
Last
2
year?
years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the second year.
Bad.
I just feel like they
They had-
save
but
money
they
by
had
doing
previews.
this, where you just have basically you just advertise your biggest talent for meet and greets, and then you get the store all in one, because probably it's them saving money as well. It's not having to book out the whole
Yeah,
convention
but they
center
don't,
as
they don't
opposed.
get like 2,000, 3,000, whatever general admission tickets to access. But they also don't have to like spread out the fucking.
It's a lot of work set up.
Yeah.
But they
Like,
do
come
all
on,
this.
they're-
They do
they're
all
a $1 billion
the
company. Just
the what's the stuff? The gimmicky, like the Taker thing, and the what are those? I can't think of the word.
The letters.
The one-man shows? What?
No,
it's like the little exhibits.
exhibits. Thank you. They still
I mean,
set
come on,
those up.
everybody loves waiting in line, so like that
Yeah.
ruins WrestleMania. For
But
me.
they do the signings, and some of them are after WrestleMania. Like I think
Or
Cody
some-
did one
some
at
of
like
them were-
midnight.
Really?
Yeah, last year or something, or like maybe it was an interview, like a live interview at the thing. It's something like that.
Like I know this year
I think
too.
Taker did one at night at Dallas. I remember somebody. I think it was Paris. Shout out to her. I think she met him.
I think
maybe
you're right. I think he did that like after Raw last year too. Like this year, I know his one man show that he's been doing is like after the Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah, that's. I think the Dead Man thing is late. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's separate from. I mean, it's part of it's. WWE promotes it, but it's not like an access thing. It's his own.
Yeah. Some underrated places to host WrestleMania. There is one city that I don't think any of us are allowed to say for obvious reasons.
Bridgeport.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have the arena. We have the waterfront. Come on, come to Bridgeport.
Griff, I don't actually know what you're thinking.
Oh, I was gonna say New Orleans just because it's the best place to host it.
They should need to go
That's
back.
that's not underrated.
You know,
WrestleMania 41, New Orleans. Let's do this.
Yeah, Montreal.
that they don't have the stadium there for it. They're the only place that literally does is Vancouver. And I know Toronto has where the Jays play, but they're literally converting it into they're basically making it so it's just for ballpark use. So the attendance is
Yeah, but the Bell Center's fucking huge though. So do a small mania and get it really loud.
If you're gonna do a small mania, just go to MSG.
I agree with that.
Can you imagine if
And then
they
you
did
get
that
the
again?
side.
Oh my god!
You know how much tickets would
Tickets
probably
the
Tickets
side
would be
entrance?
ridiculous. We'd have to spend like $2-3 grand on like nosebleeds. It'd be insane. Ramey would have to.
I'd rather it not be at MSG.
No, yeah, I know. But if you're gonna do a small venue, it's gonna be insane.
What do you prefer, regular stage MSG or side stage?
I like
side
those-
stage.
I like the if you
Such
watch
a short
Cena's
walk.
Rumble return versus like WrestleMania 20. I like the WrestleMania 20 better. Oh,
Yeah, I think I do too. What are you
Daniel
watching?
Bryan just turned on Kenny Omega.
They
He's joining the
teammates?
Blackpool Combat Club again.
Oh,
He
nice.
did. I didn't know he was technically out of it.
Yeah, me either.
This should really be an AEW podcast because that's the premier wrestling.
Kill yourself.
You look like you're making out with Cody.
Wait, what was Brian even friends with Kenny?
I don't, he came in to save him.
Yeah, and then he just turned down him.
Remember how hot the
So which one
BCC
of the-
was with Regal
Who? Oh yeah.
Combat
All
Club?
right, let's go back to Randy's questions.
Underrated cities. Let's all name one in America.
Like Bridgeport. Fuck.
It's
Chicago.
not- not underrated.
Cool, could you imagine like WrestleMania in Des Moines, Iowa? Like
Davenport, maybe.
Davenport.
Yeah. Or LeClaire. We can go visit the American Pickers.
What's like
We're
a
not gay, by the way, Chris. I just called
Who's got
you
a football
Chris, and I
stadium?
hated that.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know why that just came out of my mouth. I'm going to kill myself tonight.
Our entire friendship, I don't think you've ever
Yeah.
called me Chris.
I don't think I ever call you anything. I just go, yo.
That's true.
You called him Chris or Griff?
You
Yeah.
called me Chris.
I don't know why. It was
concerned.
serious because he used to say the American Pickers were gay all the time. I'm like, they're not. God damn it, Chris.
They don't even like each other anymore.
I know, it's sad.
I have one actually. It's
Alright,
hosted a Mania
don't say
before,
New
but Phoenix.
I liked going to Phoenix. It was
Yeah.
kind of fun. I'm crying now.
Phoenix was 26.
Yeah.
Buffalo? So we could be
Buffalo.
freezing?
Yeah. Snowmania.
I wouldn't rule out a SummerSlam though once they get their new stadium in a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I'd also say Chicago probably will get one if they do build that dome stadium in Arlington
Chicago?
Heights. Guarantee Chicago gets a Mania.
Do one in like Austin or wherever there's a big school that has a nice college football stadium.
Don't we have like 14 WrestleMania matches?
Do one at
left?
LSU. Do one at
We
Death
still have
Valley.
We still have a bunch, but it is what it is. Houston's another one that they could go back to.
I don't want to
Yeah,
go
they
to
just
Texas.
went there for Rumble
I
a
don't
couple
wanna go
years
to
ago.
Texas. No more Texas.
Yeah.
Stop.
The only other ones I can think of is Miami. Miami would be another cool city to go back to, especially since the stadium's undergone renovations and looks different.
I don't
I'm
think
not
they'll
a
ever
Miami
do
guy.
London for a Mania, but if they're doing Money in the Bank in London, I could see them doing another one of those premium
Oh, I
live events.
guarantee you they'll do another like Clash of the Castle style show maybe in 2024.
I'm pretty sure they already like
They're doing
said they
3 of
wanted
them.
to, or they are already.
Yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
was
they're doing
good.
London, they're doing Puerto Rico, and they're what's the other one?
Have you
Well, I'm
guys-
saying, I could see London
Saudi.
getting another, like a SummerSlam or something like that in the future.
Probably
Have
just
you
not.
g-
Yeah, not this year.
Have you
All right,
guys?
let's go. As
have you
quick
guys?
as possible through these
Oh, the thing I was going to say quickly, let's do this.
Adding
Have you
more.
guys seen the seating charts for Puerto Rico and London? Because they're using the whole arena. They're basically doing like what the Rumble stage was like entrances. So they're selling. It's going to be a legit 20,000 people.
Good.
That London crowd's going to be fucking bonkers.
20,000 people. I don't think that's a lot.
This one right here, it should be the tag match, but I feel like it's going to be Charlotte and Rhea.
It
What
should
match
not
should?
be Charlotte and
Should
Rhea,
be
but it
the
will
match.
be.
It should be Kevin and Sammy.
Yeah, it should definitely be the tag.
I'm starting to
title.
think they're gonna like.
Triple H might be an idiot here. I don't know.
It might have to make sense to be. I can't figure out what the story would be where they have to be on the same card to like intertwine because they could easily still be there. But I don't know. Maybe it'll make sense. I'm holding out hope.
It's just
Maybe it'll get added. Who knows? They haven't said a main event, which is good.
I could see that match opening night 2, though, the tag title match.
Oh.
yeah.
Remember, the
if
Usos
not
did
gonna
open
close-
night
yeah.
one last year.
If you don't close, you want to open.
Yeah.
If you ain't first or last.
This one, I agree with. I'm going to go no. I like it on SmackDown, even though it is WrestleMania, because I feel like the whole kickoff matches, it's either something that should be on the main card or it's just something that's thrown together at the last minute. So I think it's better on SmackDown because what else are you going to use the Go Home SmackDown for besides obviously finishing builds? I only say that just because I feel like a lot of the Go Home sense of like for the Raw and SmackDown, it's all about go home for Raw. Like the Raw Go Home's always bigger than the Go Home SmackDown, in my opinion.
Yeah, just keep the SmackDown before Mania special and keep doing big things. If there's a title that's not being defended or people represented on Mania, have it on the SmackDown before. Do that, but hopefully with Triple H in charge, every title gets on. I'd also wouldn't hate it if it was on Raw after.
I think that's kind of worse than being on SmackDown. I feel like because with Raw after, it's kind of like, okay, hey, Mania's over with now. This is kind of like, hey, it's like the kickoff beforehand.
It's the biggest show.
It's like, hey, I'm
TV show of the
celebrating
year,
this
though.
thing I won before Mania even happens. But either way, it's fine. I like it on either show.
Simple yes to this one, or is there another one? WrestleMania 9, WrestleMania 11.
There's been so many now that it's like hard to even like keep track of them. But this is probably one of the best. I don't know who can top it.
17 is the best, and then the up for second is like 19, 21, 31. I think last year's would be up there. I think the half crowd in Tampa was really good.
That's a city I think that should get a Mania only because they got, I think they deserve like the full proper like full stadium and all that stuff. I feel like they'll go back to Tampa sooner than later.
Maybe, I don't know.
Hogan versus Flair. That's the biggest one that probably never happened.
Chris versus Nancy.
Rock versus
Wow.
Stone Cold
wow.
versus Hogan.
Jesus, too soon.
Hogan,
Austin
Stone
versus
Cold.
Hogan. Yeah, those are probably the two biggest.
Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart.
Well, that I don't think that ever could have happened.
No,
At least
I don't
those-
think it could have happened.
those
AJ
other
Styles
two-
versus HBK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about like that, then yeah. for sure.
Undertaker versus Sting. That could have
Even-
happened. It should have happened.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have gotten Triple H and Undertaker at 27, so I'm not terribly pissed that didn't happen. But it would have been fucking cool. They had that sweet like cryptic promo that could have been Sting, and then it was just the Undertaker coming back.
And before we get
Probably
down,
were trying for Sting, didn't get him.
I think that's what they. Yeah.
Leave it
so
up
what
to
we're going to do here is we're going to answer one more Randy question, then we're going to get back to some matches, then we're going to return to your questions, Randy. I'm going to say this right now.
Is there anyone else in the chat? Or in the
No,
video?
it's Randy carrying it. If you're also in the chat, guys, we love Randy, but if you're in the chat,
How many people are watching?
comment. We have 2 at the moment, a lovely 2. on
Other
my end.
person, reveal yourself, please.
Yes. 2 nights is growing on me.
Jimbo Kablama. 2 nights has great positives. I just prefer the one night.
I think 2 nights is great.
I don't
can
need,
get
I want
one
small. I
card.
want like WrestleMania 31. I want smaller cards. More important.
Yeah, you
matches.
get 2
Yeah,
smaller
but you
cards.
get 2 small cards now. 6, 7 matches each night.
Yeah.
I don't need some of these matches.
It's better than the what was it, like
Every
17
match
matches 3 years
has-
ago.
What match, besides the showcases, shouldn't be on the show?
I don't need to see any of these tag matches.
That's the
We
showcase.
should besides the showcase.
I mean,
Are you
Brock and
taking
Omos
damage
is
control
not-
off? And
That's
Trish and
not
Lita?
really. That's not really that great of a match. It's just
No,
different.
but you got 2. It's cool. You have 2 legends and the hottest women probably of all time.
It's a
crowd
very
wise.
well balanced WrestleMania card with a couple of matches that are really, really important.
That's usually what Mania is.
I mean, if you have a smaller card, you can start really building it. Like every match is fucking gigantic.
I feel like we're getting a bit of a feel for that
You
this
can't
year,
do
where
that.
every match has
Come on.
meaning behind it. But also, I feel like the
Most
2-night
of it's
Mania was I think they originally did it because, hey, there was nothing else to watch. It was the beginning of the pandemic, and it kind of was a blessing in disguise for WWE, where it's like, hey, you mean we can sell out a 60,000 seat stadium 2 nights in a row and have 120,000 people come to the shows and we make more money? So for them, I think it was a blessing in disguise that that's like the one good thing to come out of WWE post-COVID.
Fuck,
Thunderdome
Butcher
is
got
too
skinny.
sweet. Yeah, it's fucking. Why is this on my TV?
I think they were probably toying with it for a couple years before that, whether they should do 2 nights or 1, and then the COVID year happened. They're like, might as well at least try it.
Yeah, because the COVID year
going
was
to WrestleMania 2 days in a row is just it was so awesome. Nothing made anything like less. Like night 1 main event didn't make night 2 feel worse, or night 2 didn't make 1 feel less. It's just 2 huge shows where people aren't going to be on both shows.
It's not the same. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's a terrible thing they're doing. I would just rather I don't need
Hey,
a Super
speaking
Bowl
of
being
terrible
best of 3.
things, the next
Ugh.
match.
Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, SmackDown Women's Title.
Just
Awful.
I'm literally gonna watch UConn. Like I don't even think I'm gonna watch this match.
This is why I
think I'm
want that
watching
match to main
night
event.
1
so
live.
watch UConn.
Yeah,
I can't
I'll
watch
put-
Mania or UConn without the sound.
I'll put Mania on the computer and switch UConn to the TV because I don't care. Sorry, Rhea. It's fucking.
I love Rhea.
sucks.
Want Rhea to win. I want nothing to do with Charlotte.
I feel like
yourself.
this
Like, I'll be-
match's build just hasn't been as good as a lot of the other ones. Like, it hasn't really.
Charlotte's career
Bianca
hasn't been
Asuka
that
was the
good.
worst build. They did better with 2 video packages on Raw last week than they had 2 months. But I'm still
I
excited
think
for that
Asuka
match.
bleeding from the mouth every week with a fucking die is better than anything they're doing here. They're just fighting each other. Oh, you beat me.
Every time
I hate
Charlotte
you.
talks, I bleed from the ears.
I don't even watch
it's
anymore.
the
I
whole-
literally changed the channel.
Yeah. The whole storyline is, hey, I wanted to beat you 3 years ago. I called my shot. I lost. Now
You
I'm
should
gonna
have
beat
beaten her
you.
3 years ago.
I know.
Oh, so dumb.
But I'm
So
not
we can get
like
redemption now.
Charlotte putting Rhea over, so I'm not that mad. Like she's gonna be featured.
What if Charlotte
She's
wins?
John Cena. We don't know for sure. We really don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know with her ever.
No, it's Triple H. It's
What was
Rhea.
that Brady's tweet that she had like one pay-per-view match that wasn't like for a title or had title implications? Like that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
It's terrible.
I think this match. This is how this match should be booked. You can give it 20 minutes, but just have Rhea go through her, just limb by
Sure.
limb. Like she kicks out, she keeps kicking out, gives everything, but you're just by the end of the night, you're passing the torch. You couldn't get anything on me.
It's not gonna happen. I
this is
wish,
my
but it's
moment.
not gonna. Charlotte's gonna have those fucking overreactions to everything, terrible fucking everything. It's just gonna be one of the worst main events ever.
I think Rhea gets the win here. I just
has to.
don't see it any other way.
You don't just build her up just to fucking shit on her again.
Charlotte's not winning. Triple H is righting wrongs, and he loves Rhea.
Yeah.
He loves Charlotte though too.
Yeah, he's obsessed.
He's obsessed with Rick.
Yeah, and his fucking son, Charlotte.
Charlotte came back and won. What?
His son, Charlotte. Her dick is bigger than mine. That's for damn
She
sure.
came back and Ronda was like, "I want to be a tag team wrestler." So they're like,
"You could have put the title on fucking Luna Vachon's corpse for all I care." Anybody else?
God.
Yeah, but like that's just
Anybody
going
else.
towards what you want.
I watched WrestleMania.
I hate her too. Trust me. Actually, I've hated her less since Triple H takes over. She's not as bad. She's really not doing much right now.
It's just, if she breathes, it's fucking painful.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. That sucks. I don't like her either, but I'm just saying, like, she is a star power and does have some reaction,
Does
good
she, though?
and bad. So yeah, she gets either cheered or booed, or a mix of both. And I'm just, it's a good person to have Rhea be the next person. Like you're literal passing of the torch match. I see this as a
It's really not though. It's really not in the sense that she's just going to be champion again in 6 months.
Oh, will it even be 6 months? Because
she'll probably go to Raw.
Asuka beats Bianca. Rhea beats
she'll
Charlotte.
go
Charlotte goes to
well, if you're
Raw
just basing it off what could happen, yeah, like fucking Cena could beat Theory and then hold the title for 8 years.
You can't find a more successful career that was as worthless as this. There's like literally nothing to be proud of. Like literally nothing. They gave you the exact same gimmick as your dad, and you're doing it worse. How are you proud of that? I worked really hard.
The beginning of her career too was the opposite. They were trying to not do that, and it worked. She wasn't Charlotte Flair until like late NXT.
Yeah, it would have been better.
She didn't chop or woo, I think, for like months.
Oh god, she's just so bad at everything.
Now that's all she does.
One thing I was going to say, by the way, is did you guys see how UConn got to Houston? I just want to throw that out there.
Didn't they walk?
By plane?
But who's playing?
Jim Calhoun's?
Robert Kraft's.
No.
Jim Calhoun has a plane?
No, I just made it. I saw somebody on his...
Robert Kraft?
People were tweeting that he's
on
their
they give out free rub and tugs?
To Vegas.
In-flight rub and tugs.
Jesus.
What was the name of the place? The fucking... Oh, God.
Fucking something about a flower.
Yeah, something with the fucking orchid.
Yeah, Orchids of Asia.
Yeah.
What was the TMKS drop?
Orchids of Asia. Oh, God.
There was what was it? Don said something about it, or Peter.
Yeah, I think it was Don.
Like his favorite place, Orchids of Asia, and then they just all died laughing.
But no, the UConn's taking a bunch of Patriot planes to Houston. And I thought it was cool. We got Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew for the Intercontinental title. I can see it.
If what I'm reading is true, I feel sorry for Walter. Hey, how'd that work out for you, Keith? You fucking idiot.
Yeah, Keith.
That guy's wearing a goddamn cape. He looks fatter than fuck, and he's gray.
I'm sure the cape was his idea too.
Yes, like he has fallen so hard. It looks like
he let himself. He literally stopped dyeing his hair. Like I don't know why.
Because he wants to just die on screen. I think he's gonna die of old age.
Mia Yim has come back and done nothing but lose, and her career has gone way better than his at this point.
That's so sad and true at the same time.
I still love Keith Lee.
I think
like, if he
Ramey's
came back,
dead.
I'd mark the fuck
I think
out.
He's dead.
I would mark out if I heard his music and he returned.
He's just it's like a dog who's like, I knows his days are up, and he just goes out in the middle of a field to sit there and die, all gray and shit. What a loser!
Oh my god!
Do we see a world though in this match where Gunther loses or no?
Yeah, I could see Sheamus winning.
I could see Sheamus winning, but frankly, Gunther should just keep that title for like another 6 months.
I feel like Gunther will win. I don't know who get. I guess Sheamus is probably going to get pinned. You don't want to have Drew get pinned. I don't know. This would be the perfect time to take it off of Gunther.
I think you can take it off though, where you have Sheamus pin Drew or Drew pin Sheamus, because it's technically no. I only said it because you can keep Gunther strong that way. Technically, to say Gunther never was pinned.
That's bullshit. I hate that. If Gunther's getting the IC title off him, he's putting someone over. You don't build him up
in the match.
You don't build him up to not have him lose to somebody.
You do that when you don't want him to get pinned. But I feel like when is Sheamus going to get the Intercontinental title besides
never?
WrestleMania?
No, I don't think
he has to get it.
eventually, but I have Gunther still.
Although
going.
it is kind of weird, John Cena never did.
Yeah.
He never even tried.
Yeah,
John
I know.
Cena never even won the
never
women's
talked
title
about it.
either. Like, what a quitter.
Yeah, he's a fucking loser.
I just don't see Gunther losing and his reign being up yet.
I don't see Drew having any chance of winning. If
Gunther's
anyone's going to not win, it's going to be Sheamus. Drew has zero chance.
I thought the match should have just been Drew versus Gunther. Let's just get the one.
Triple threat match is going to be fun.
I mean, it's going to be sick, but like Sheamus had 2 tries and he's bitching about him stealing his moment.
Then how about when is the Clash bullshit? I guess you could have
September.
You could have.
I don't know if they're doing that this year though because of the London pay-per-view. Do you think they'll do 2 UKs in a year?
That's what I mean. You could have Drew.
It's Backlash, Puerto Rico, then London.
No, it's King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, then London.
Gunther pins Sheamus again, and then Drew beats him in London. Something like that.
You want Drew to win or Sheamus?
No, if you're going to have Gunther win, then he could drop it to Drew eventually in London.
He only needs to hold the title for like another 3 months or something like that to get the longest reign ever.
But if
Gunther
beat
fucking Honky Tonk Man?
Yeah, I think he's like, what? Is he like, maybe he's like 3 months away, 4 months?
Hell yeah, let's fucking do that then.
Can we just have the Gunther come back with the honk of meter?
Santino? I would fucking pop for that.
I think
that would be amazing.
I just think, what are you doing with Gunther after he loses the title? Is he going to lose another rematch, or is he going to go to the world title? And if he's going to the world title, he can't beat Cody right away.
But if he's going to go to the world title, you split the titles, give him one.
But that's like, I'm not going to predict that this split of the titles. I have no idea if that's going to happen.
Because I was Dolph, and then
one to Ali.
Because one thing I was going to say, too, is I don't think you can have Gunther win Money in the Bank either. I think he's just more than that. I think, if anything, you have him win the Royal Rumble next year. That's how I think you book Gunther, especially considering he was second place this year.
I think he's going to get to Cody eventually when he drops the IC title. He could even beat Cody at a SummerSlam or at a Survivor Series.
But would you give Cody a 3-month run, 4-month run, and have him drop it after that?
No, it'd probably be Survivor Series or like...
Maybe next SummerSlam. Like, not Detroit, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends.
Imagine giving Cody like a year and a half.
I don't think Cody's going to get old, but a lot of people think he will.
Listen to the crowd every week. Nobody's like fucking turning on him at all.
That whoa theme song just gets louder every effing week.
Yeah. Gunther should not lose. I'm sorry. Sheamus winning now would be such a less of a pop than in the UK or where Wales. Because now you got to rebuild it back up. I don't think they did a good enough job building Sheamus. It doesn't feel like Sheamus's match. It feels like Gunther's match to pin them both like Roman Reigns.
Do you do maybe, before we get to the next match that's already down here, an idea you could do is have Gunther pin one of them and then have like Sheamus turn on Drew and then they go into an actual feud that you can carry into maybe London where one of them then faces Gunther again?
They've wrestled so many times. I don't need to see them. I'd rather them be a team.
They've kind of already turned on each other already.
Yeah.
So is KO and Sammy 47 times, but it's still fun.
Yeah, don't want to see them turn on each other anymore for a long time. And Cena and Orton, Drew and Sheamus wrestle as good as they are. I'd rather them be a team, if anything, because Banger Bros were awesome.
Edge versus
Bus and everything.
I'm saying Demon Balor because look, nothing's confirmed, but it's probably going to happen.
They showed it in a promo.
Yeah. People, should it be purple or red?
I hope it's both.
I almost said Ramey. Rosenberg said he hopes it's still red and it keeps it classic.
I do kind of hope.
I kind of hope he does a completely different demon. He used to do the Pain on the Indies. He would come out as like different like Marvel characters and shit. He'd do all different types of designs. I don't think they have the copyrights to do that though. That's the thing. Well, obviously not that, but they can make different demons in different designs. But they want to copyright, or they want to focus and advertise just one.
Do you think he comes to the ring solo though, or do you think there's any weird interference from?
He'll come to the ring with Damian Priest.
I mean, it's a Hell in the Cell match. What's the point?
Just so Priest gets show face.
Priest is probably going to help Dom.
Yeah,
he'll probably be in that match, and I think maybe they come to the entrance with him and then go back. But I think, especially as the demon, he probably has to come out alone.
Who needs the win more in this match, though? Or do you think
it should have been Edge, but the way it's been booked, Balor has to win.
It would be so stupid if Edge wins. Like, this is a cool match, but it's like everybody's over this. Everybody's over this story.
And are we also happy that the Ronald McDonald cell is gone, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that much, but I'm glad.
Maybe since it's the demon, they'll do it with red light again because everybody loved that.
I just think Edge and Beth should have lost, and then Edge should have got his redemption at Hell in the Cell. But
like, what's the point of Edge winning? Like, he's retiring soon anyway. Like, Just
Is
let
he
Balor
like
get a
gonna
fucking
go to
win.
AEW and form a great tag team with Christian?
That would
Do
be
we think this?
fucking bad.
I just think a lot of times the good guy in the big match, and depending on the story, has to win. They
Can we go
literally
back to
like
shitting on Keith Lee.
they literally like maimed his wife. He should be getting revenge and winning, but he's not because they already won.
How long do we think this goes, though? Do we think this is a 20 minutes
25
plus?
Yeah, it's gonna be
If
20.
it's in the cell, you got to give it like 25. What if it's like an 8-minute Hell in a Cell match, like fucking Undertaker
Balor
and
just
Boss Man?
murders him.
Yeah, Balor just
Hangs him.
absolutely kills him.
Literally hangs him like Boss
People
Man.
think Gangrel will be there. Somebody even was like, "Yeah, Christian too." I'm like, I don't think that's how it works.
I just heard he's going to be. People think it's going to be Brood Edge versus Balor, Demon
That's
Balor.
cool. But like,
Didn't he do Brood Edge at Mania last year too, or
No, but he did. I don't know if it was Mania, but he did it twice. One at the Royal Rumble
in SummerSlam?
Yeah,
and SummerSlam. Yeah, I
that'd
don't
be
need
cool,
to see
but
it
that'd be
again.
so random. If he just came out with just Gangrel for no reason. It'd be odd.
What's
Didn't
Jeff
he-
Hardy doing? Can he show up as part of the Brood again?
Didn't he
It's
do
probably
like a
in
blood spot?
fucking AA. The what?
Didn't Edge like drink the cup and spit it out like Gangrel?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already saw that.
I just want to hear the Brood theme again.
Is that what
He's
the
a
police
fan.
says at the beginning?
Wow.
Let me look up the lyrics to that. Oh,
Oh, he's so red.
So,
I got to go Balor. I'd love to see Edge win, but I think, like you guys are saying, because I think Balor, like, what does it do? It hurts Balor more than it would hurt Edge at this point. If he had flipped Montreal, different story, but yeah.
If
Anyway,
you book anything correctly, the loser should never be in any harm.
Ramey, do you think you can find out the lyrics to that song?
It's not a lyric; it's just like a breath.
You know how we thought John Cena's was Rapidu?
It is rapper.
No,
Dude.
it's Amadou. Amadou. It's
I don't know.
reference-
I don't think Rosenberg would not know that.
It's a hip hop group called MOP's song "Anti Up," and that's what it's from.
what's going on here?
I had no freaking idea.
It's just a match for
Is
Ronda.
that what they're really calling it? Showcase?
Yeah.
Yes.
Showcasing what? The fucking
Tag
bathrooms?
team. It's not even guaranteed a tag title match, but I'm almost positive that both winners will get them.
Like, who cares? Skip this. Who cares?
It's for Shayna and Ronda. That's it. They're gonna win.
I think
And then
Raquel's
the-
going to win because they're going to
Chelsea's gonna tap out.
And
Yeah.
WrestleMania showcase. Ladies and gentlemen, the bathrooms are here, 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 and
The
here.
men's match is stacked.
The men's match is going to be like a 5-minute spot fest. It's going to have one like crazy spot, but besides that, it's going to be probably whatever.
I think the Viking Raiders might win, but probably the Street Profits before they split up finally.
Give it to
not
fucking
turn,
Chad
but-
Gable.
I wish
Gable
Alpha
gets-
Academy would win, but I feel like they have the least chance of winning of those four.
Actually, you know why this match is a must? Because Maximum Male Models will get on the show. They're going to distract Otis.
I'd rather
He's
see
going to
LA
leave.
Knight.
Gable's going to get pinned.
Fucking Otis.
Let me talk
It's
to
going to
you.
be awesome. I'm going to go Street Profits. I could see Braun and Ricochet getting it too. They got really hot as a team and over. I don't know how or
Do
why.
they have a
Braun
stupid
got
team
over.
name that Ramey came up with? Brownichet or some shit like that?
That Ramey came up with probably.
He's usually
but no,
good at
there's
coming
no
up with
Braun
fucking
Ricochet.
team names for that.
No awesome
Bronson
heel,
Pinchot?
or Lorenzo heel fan or Road Dogg heel fan, whatever you said.
Road heel dog fan.
Yeah.
What is a match you never want to see on anything with Charlotte? Does that count? Or Keith Lee? Keith
I mean,
Lee
I
versus
don't want to see a
Charlotte.
lot of matches again because we already saw them.
Did Keith Lee ever have a WrestleMania match?
No. He had a
Being a
Survivor
Battle
Series
Royal?
moment,
He was
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
kickoff
Moment.
show against Catering.
and he was
Catering
gone.
won.
Yeah,
That was all
I don't
night.
know.
That
Look
wasn't
at-
just.
By the way he
pre-show.
looks, he might have beat Catering. I don't know.
That's true. That's
They
true.
might have put him over. But he
Catering
didn't-
gave everything they had, and he just
fought.
took it.
He fought Walt Clyde Frazier in a Just for Men match and lost.
Aw. Yeah, I don't know.
What
A
are some
match I
favorite
never want to see
WrestleMania
again.
entrances?
Ronda versus Charlotte, actually. I never want to see that match again.
I have two Cena ones, and Alex kind of criticized me for one, but one is him at 23 with the Mustang because it's classic. And for some reason, I always like 26. I don't know what it is. I just like the Honor Guard drill team, and then him just like running.
that
to
was the one I
ring.
made fun of.
Yeah, the Honor Guard. There's something about that. I was always like, that's awesome. The other one's Undertaker, Limp Bizkit, WrestleMania 19.
I like Undertaker's at 20. That was like fucking chills. I waited 3 goddamn
Matt's
years.
favorite
for him to
mini
go back
entrance
to that.
was when The Miz came out and he went through like the awesome, like they looked like little marshmallows.
Yeah.
That's his favorite
No, that's
entrance.
That's fucking
Your
Miz's
favorite entrance of all
That's the one
time.
he picked. Yeah, it was
That's
Miz. I
Matt.
loved Alex Riley shitting his pants in the background.
What about
Undertaker at 29 was cool with the hands.
Roman at 31 was cool coming through the crowd like that.
What else?
Rusev on the tank.
Yeah, it's cool, but not up there.
What
Shawn
about-
Michaels.
Oh, Shawn Michaels and Taker at 25. Both of them were great.
Shawn Michaels at 12 is probably the best ever.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I wish they would do something like that.
Owen Hart when he came from the rafters. Oh wait, that wasn't WrestleMania.
You just ripped off a TikTok comment, you douche. Yeah, let's see Owen Hart zip
Owen
line.
Hart?
Oh, that's a bad taste.
Oh, terrible.
Bobby Heenan WrestleMania 9 on the back of the camel.
I literally just watched that. Yeah, Savage came out with on the fucking.
Watch
like,
literally
area.
anything else but WrestleMania 9. Like not even
No,
in
it's
wrestling,
not.
like, any
It's,
movie I've ever
it's not as
suggested.
bad as people think. It's just nostalgia for it.
What's another
8
one?
is underrated.
That was the Toga year, wasn't it? That was Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've watched 8 enough. 8 is enough. Thanks, Willie Ames.
Watch 11 just because it's in Hartford.
Oh, that one's so bad.
Was
You don't
that
like-
Lawrence Taylor Bam Bam Bigelow main event?
Yeah, which you for what it is, it's much better than you would ever.
It's a
like,
fine match, but how does Diesel not win? How do you not put Diesel over as your top guy
what do you mean?
in the main event?
He won though
Yeah, I know, in the main event.
because it's Lawrence Taylor and he just retired.
Yeah,
that's
but
a
it's
bigger
not even
deal.
in New York or New Jersey.
It's close enough.
It's probably closer to Massachusetts.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
That's a good entrance.
I can't
think
believe he
that
got
was
Bam
enough.
Bam. And then didn't Bam Bam turn face and then do nothing?
Eventually, yeah.
Poor
And then I
guy.
think he died.
It's crazy though, he main evented a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
More crazy
Psycho
than Lawrence
Psycho-
Taylor.
Fucking Psycho Sid is, main evented 2 of them.
Who main
Yeah.
evented more WrestleManias? Bam Bam
How does the
Bigelow or
title- I mean-
CM Punk? Ooh.
I get that that Hogan was still the biggest thing, but it was his last year. Why didn't the fucking title match main event when he did with Sid?
Because the Warrior returning mid-show is kind of strange.
Oh yeah, that was why. Yeah, and that didn't work. His return.
I think for 3 of us, this question is a yes, but for me, I think it's theirs to lose just because they're the best team left.
Did UConn win the national
Does that mean they're going to
championship?
lose? It's theirs to
No,
lose. Yeah,
I
but-
think no, because like they should win. I think they will win at this
Yeah.
point.
Hey,
they-
so UConn win.
the
If
way
they're
they ran-
good, you think they're going to win.
Especially the way they ran through Gonzaga. That's just
The way
my
they
other
ran
thing.
through every opponent.
That
Yeah,
just makes me
literally.
scared, though, that they'll end up losing.
I mean, yeah, anything can happen.
I like it as a pay-per-view. I don't think it belongs on Mania.
I kind of like that idea, though. Go back to one night and just have this match be for like 8 people in it.
I don't even
I'm
like Money in the
surprised
Bank
Triple
that
H
much
doesn't
anymore
want-
in general. You're just forcing a title, somebody to either lose or you're forcing a title switch. You don't need that many title switches. Like Austin Theory was like, the Roman's not losing. Like, what's the point of Money in the Bank this year?
Well, he also kind of had the worst timing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better than when Otis won Money in the Bank.
I honestly think Sheamus should win it this year and say he just wants an Intercontinental title match or something and use it. Just like,
Maybe
even,
they should
like-
start doing a TNA where it's just like a random fucking briefcase. They
Oh,
get
that's
it,
my
they-
favorite one. The
they-
four
they-
corners.
Or spin a wheel and it's like
Feast or
that's the
Fire?
title it lands on. Like imagine Sheamus wins it and he has to go for the fucking North American title against Wes Lee or some shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Feast or
something
Fire is a
new.
great gimmick.
You're fired. You're
Three
fired.
title matches in a
fired.
briefcase and one that just says you're fired.
You're fired.
If you
I
just
didn't
have
open
that
it.
match
You
with
opened
4
it.
titles in every
Come on, you're
briefcase,
really not
and
gonna
like
help. Really not gonna help me out with that.
you're fired. I don't
You're
really need to
fucking-
say it on top of you.
Yeah, you do. Somebody else recognized fucking greatness.
I
of it.
laugh.
What was his TNA name?
Robbie E.
It's fucking. I didn't open the briefcase. You opened it. You're fired. You're fired.
But if you just have a 4 corners with a title in every title opportunity in every briefcase and have 6 guys or 7 people, 8 people in the ring at once, I think that's a cool match.
Triple H, call me.
I think
We'll come
Triple
up
H
with
should
some
do
new
that for real with the women and just have Charlotte be the one getting fired. That's what I would think.
I wish. Or how about like one has a gun in it? You have to kill yourself.
We could only hope. Isn't it the anniversary of Reed Flair dying? Should have been Charlotte.
Oh, jeez. I'm glad you said
You're on
that.
a roll,
I'm
dude.
glad you said that. I mean, we're all thinking it, but I'm glad you said it. Best women's WrestleMania matches.
Christy Hemme versus Trish Stratus.
You only have like the last 5 or 6 years.
No, Nikki and Trish is probably still one of the best, but it's Bianca and Becky from last year.
Yeah. I think so.
That match is incredible.
China
Charlotte
and
and
Asuka.
Asuka was really good until Asuka tapped.
33 could have been better. They just didn't, it felt very rushed, and it was just Bailey hit the one elbow, and that was it.
Well, both of those women's matches got like no time.
Yeah. 32 would have been better
Or
if
elimination.
Charlotte had lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sasha should have won at 32. Crown a new champion when you get the new belt.
Everybody
That
thought she
count
was
as
winning.
that count as an extra reign.
Yeah, because she went from the Divas title to the fucking women's title.
Stupid. Should have just changed from Divas to women's, and she was the champ going in.
For this one, I'm going to go ladder match at 31. That's one of my favorites.
Ladder match at 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What else is good?
Cody versus
Wasn't
Big
there
Show at
years
28.
where like they didn't even put the IC title on the card?
Probably most years after like 20.
What about Big Show and Cody Rhodes? WrestleMania, baby. Woo!
Oh god.
Awful that Big Show had to get a moment. Literally, guy is literally main evented WrestleMania before. He didn't need that.
What was it? Piper versus Bret Hart.
Oh, Bret Hart, yeah. See,
was that WrestleMania? Was that 8?
Yeah, WrestleMania 8 has so many low-key great moments.
WrestleMania 3, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. Trying to think of recent ones.
Big John Studd
Seth
versus Andre the
Miz
Giant.
versus Balor was really good at 34.
Yeah. Triple threat. That was a good opener.
Oh yeah, Seth, those crazy eyes.
32 and 30, 33 and 34 had two back-to-back good opening matches.
Yeah,
AJ
a lot
and
of
Shane. And
WrestleMania
then,
matches opening are usually good.
yeah. But no, AJ and Shane and then the triple threat were both very good.
Yeah.
32's ladder match, I don't remember much. I just remember Matt being stunned that Ryder won.
Oh god, yeah, but that's the first time I ever heard of the betting odds. This idiot texts me, Zack Ryder's the favorite. I'm like, you're an idiot. It's not this. And then he fucking wins. And then I rooted for the Miz for the next night. I thought it was hysterical that Ryder had less than 24 hours with the title.
I think it's perfect for him. Give him the moment.
He
Give
gets
him the
that picture
pictures
with
backstage.
fucking Razor Ramon, yeah, and then he loses it immediately.
What if he returns at the Raw after Mania? How are you gonna feel about that?
Razor Ramon? He's fucking dead, dude.
Right? No, Matt Cardona, Jack.
Did you see him getting the Indie God tattoo on his neck?
Oh, what? He has a
what?
neck tattoo now?
No, they like put one thing. He goes, "Oh no, stop that! I'm not doing that anymore." And Steph Delander or whatever, her Persia Parada, whatever.
He said he doesn't think his time is now, and I agree. It's probably like the in memoriam after he dies. Then he can.
She's like, "You're the deathmatch king. You can't take a tattoo." And I like the whole video.
The deathmatch king.
He was good. I saw him wrestle 10 days ago.
He's killing it.
He's
I mean,
doing
his
good.
indie gimmick is he wears the hat like Indiana Jones.
He was never a bad
Or
wrestler.
the indie god, I mean.
Yeah.
No.
Tag teams, 17, obviously.
We can all agree he deserved that moment at 32.
He deserved it. It was really I just remember how shocked everyone was that they actually did it.
Yeah, I like that stuff. It didn't really it was a ladder match. Nobody got pinned. You didn't beat anyone.
Shield versus New Age Outlaws was another good tag team match.
I didn't mind, but you count
That was
tag
a
team.
squash.
It was like a 2.5 minute match.
What was the Shield match? Was it was Shield versus what?
Randy
Sheamus,
Orton,
Big
Big
Show,
Show.
and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
That wasn't actually that bad.
Yeah, but that Mania sucked.
Yeah, Fandango won though. That was amazing.
Yeah. Van Donge Durango.
Jericho.
Favorite tag team matches.
The one
They
with Snooki?
never feature the titles. Demolition
What?
versus Ken Tanaka and somebody else. Ken Tanaka. That's a character from Glee.
Masahiro.
Who's the fucking guy? Ken Patera. I think that's way.
Demolition
like
beat
the 60s.
Andre and Haku for the 3-peat.
Demolition ruled. Get them in
I
the hall.
fucking love Demolition. I don't think they will because they were in that like lawsuit.
They
and
were
shit,
literally a
but-
fucking S&M version of Road Warriors. I don't know how it worked.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
One of my favorite tag matches, I'm so pissed they didn't win, was Money Inc. against the Mega Maniacs.
They did win though, didn't they?
Well, they didn't win the titles.
No, wait. Hogan
wanted-
and Beefcake? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Money Inc. won that match by disqualification.
Yeah, I wanted.
wanted
They actually
Beefcake to
showed
lose?
the inside of IRS briefcase, which just had like brick and like $100 bills.
Nice.
That's it. And paperwork.
Savage.
I love Money Inc.
Wait, you were rooting for Beefcake to lose?
No, it was
No,
really
he
I
wanted
wanted them to win the
win.
titles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think
My boy.
Hogan would be tag team champion? Is beneath him. He had to win the
Both.
title later that night.
That
That's
was before
still,
any champ.
I still
That's
don't understand
hysterical
how
that-
he just gets a title match and wins that. I still, to this day, don't understand.
Well, because
that.
the logic was they wanted him to be champion on the European tour. And
What
it's so
about-
crazy, looking
But
back
in the
now
main
that
event then?
Roman was in the crowd that night, and they were all just like, "Fucking Hogan, man."
What about Braun and Nicholas versus the Bar?
Let's just skip over that.
How old is Nicholas now? Is he ready for his WWE
He
contract
worked
yet?
for that kid for
Why,
like
you
an
looking
hour.
to date him?
Like,
Maybe.
You're asking if he's 18?
that was 34.
Oh, no.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's got to
We're
be
at
what, like
39?
17 now?
No, I think he's probably like 13 or
15.
14.
Yeah.
He had to be like 11 or 12.
I think he was like 12, 13. He's probably like 16, 17.
Evolution versus Rock and Sock.
I can't exactly type in how old is Nicholas. I forget if I'll be out my door.
I
That was
literally
a good
just did
that was a handicap match. I don't know if that counts.
I typed in Nicholas age.
And
I was the youngest champion in WWE at 10. So he's 15.
is that his Twitter?
Oh, he's 15 now. Okay.
John Cole's not even 50 yet.
Hogan and Mr. T versus Piper and Orndorff.
I mean, that's just a classic, just for the.
It's a moment.
I just looked it up and I saw like best tag matches, and then the other one that comes to mind too is the mixed tag from 34, Steph and Triple H and Ronda and Kurt.
Yeah, that's a great match.
And then the other thing, Randy, you have a question here, but it's involved in one of the questions I was going to ask, so we're going to skip over that. I'm going to answer this one quickly with a no, just because Buffalo doesn't have the infrastructure for a Mania. Plus, two, the weather's not pleasant. It's like not good weather at all. So I think a SummerSlam, if anything. I saw a TikTok about this today, and I want to ask, see what you guys think. What would you say if Dom came out to Eddie Guerrero's theme?
I would love that. He should. I would pop.
He should at least come out with the ring. Then can you feel the heat? And then
Did he actually
the
say that
heel
he
theme.
wishes Eddie was his dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like I was waiting for him to say that. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
He
did.
said,
He
"I've never
wishes
said
Eddie
this
was
out loud
there."
before, but I really wish Eddie was my father."
That's perfect.
I thought
Like-
in storyline he was. They came out and said he wasn't. Because I thought earlier in this feud they referenced
he
that
might have just,
his
like, said
Ray
that
is
he
not his
was.
real dad, but I must have misheard it.
That's fucking good.
Is this Ray's
This-
retirement match or pretty much?
No,
he
he's
said
already
it's not,
60
but
once
I
he
feel like
wrestles
he's
at
swerving
50.
us.
What is he gonna come out in the salmon jacket?
What?
Mark Henry. I got a lot.
Oh,
left.
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna fucking do a promo. I think he's gonna just retire.
He comes out, everybody should do that in a salmon-colored jacket.
Fucking salmon suit. You said
got a
salmon
lot
suit.
left in the
and I
tank.
thought of like
what
SpongeBob.
I
And he's
do.
like, I'm gonna show Squidward around in a salmon suit, and he's dressed as a
I
salmon.
missed when Alex would smack Mikey and just yell, "That's what I do."
I think you would do that.
No, you did that to him before. I think we have video of that. That's what I do.
You probably told me to.
You
My favorite
caramel
Mark
chocolate
Henry.
latte.
I actually have a favorite Mark Henry moment involving Matt. It was you guys at a Bridgeport SmackDown, and all you hear is, I think Mark Henry's holding Daniel Bryan up against the wall, and all you hear is Matt, "Hey, let him go."
How do you know all this stuff? I don't remember that at all. The best
I
Mark
once
Henry
told-
moment ever is when Mikey met him at Access at 29. He goes,
Oh, yeah.
"Good luck at WrestleMania." Mark Henry just goes, "You're welcome." That was the interaction.
I think
Didn't listen to a word he said.
I once told Dijak to not hurt Matt Taven, and then he asked me what the point of wrestling
What's the
was.
point of wrestling? Or he said, "What's the point?" Or "That's the point of wrestling." To hurt
Like,
somebody.
I think he said, "What's the point of wrestling?"
Fucking Dijak.
Oh.
I think this is the best feud outside of the Bloodline.
Ray has
matches.
to win, right? Even though
I think Ray
you
has
seem
to
like,
win.
You seem like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ray has to win. I
but Ray
want
has to
Dominic to win, but Ray has to win at this
No,
point.
yeah, this
Makes
is
no sense
literally
he doesn't.
a redemption story of father versus son. Like you cannot have your bitch son beat your Hall of Fame father.
I feel like if in a Vince
I kind of think he's winning, though. I kind of think he's winning.
in a Vince booking era, I think Dom would win, but I think you guys are right. Ray's got to get the win. I would also love it if Ray used his old theme song just for the fun of it, but I doubt that happens either.
Well, he's probably-
I think if
Ray-
Vince is
Ray
booking,
wins
Dom
and-
loses.
And the feud continues. He probably beats the shit out of him after the match or something like that.
He's got to lose, cry, hug, low blow, rip the mask off.
Or do something like then you have like a steel cage or some shit like Brett and Owen. They fucking ended it in a steel cage or something like that. I don't think
Maybe-
it ends after this.
No,
Maybe in Puerto Rico do like a steel cage.
there's got to be.
It's racist.
Puerto
There's
Rico, it'll be Ray and Santos against Dom and Damian Priest.
There's got to be some post-match hijinks.
Or
Yeah.
it could be.
They got to swerve it with the hug and the crying and everything.
Or he does that before the finish and he's like he rolls him into oh I'm so sorry, Simon.
if
and he
Ray
pins him or
falls
some
for
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Ray
Yeah.
Santos and Bad Bunny against Judgment Day at the Backlash.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Neither would
I
I.
literally,
I'd miss Bad Bunny.
I popped so hard when Ray hit Dom that tears came out. Literally, I was so happy. I thought it was
It
perfect.
took so goddamn
Yeah,
long.
it took
for
so
that.
long. I mean,
Yeah.
the crowd still loved it.
Rosenberg is like, dude, every week I need him to hit Dom, but he rolls out of the ring and walks up the ramp. rolls out of the ring, walks up to the ramp. I'm not going to fight you, mijo. I'm not going to fight you.
But then it took insulting his own mother to hit him.
And then he walks up the ramp, all the way up the ramp again, rolls out of the ring, goes all the way up the ramp, and then he starts talking and comes back.
Telling
the crowd was
his
so
mom to shut up is what gets Ray over. But calling his own daughter stupid, that's all right. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's just sibling.
Everything that's fine. Just don't talk to my wife.
You never call your brother stupid?
I don't even talk to my brother.
So are we all in
He's too busy MMA fighting or some shit.
So do we all think Ray's going to win, or is
the way
some
he
people on
snatched
Dom?
the mic from his
Dom.
mom was amazing. I'm picking
Is that
Dom.
how you spell Dominic, or is that wrong?
I think that's right.
I think
Yeah.
I just was hoping for another type of demeanor.
I would be mad if Dom wins, but honestly, that's probably a good thing.
I think it makes more sense to have Ray win and just Dom beats the shit out of him afterwards or something like that.
I mean, you want the moment of Ray winning. The crowd is so into it. You just can't. I don't know. It would be a lot of heat, but I think it's more heat to lose and beat him up after.
But also think about all the matches that we're kind of going through. The faces are probably winning the majority of them.
Except Balor and Edge, yeah. The big redemption stories for the faces, I think they should, yeah. But besides Edge.
Do you count Asuka as a face?
No, I think that's just... I don't think that's a redemption story, though.
No.
It's not like I need revenge on this person.
Yeah, but you just said hopefully fucking Chad Gable wins. Give him a moment, goddammit. That guy deserves it.
Getting pinned and crying when Otis leaves with Maxine.
Thank you.
He's the best.
Otis leaves with Maxine.
Is there any opinions on here of because Randy earlier asked him a question, a match that could steal Mania, but instead I'm going to take it up a notch and say, is there a match of the weekend? You guys have an opinion? This can be from Mania. It can be from
Speedball
NXT.
Mike Bailey versus anybody.
Or it could be from Ring of Honor Supercard, because, look, I don't know if you guys are going to watch it, but the card looks all right. Like, I think Claudio versus Eddie could be a very good match.
I haven't even looked at the card.
That's the only one I've seen so far, but I just...
Isn't that also on Saturday?
Friday night.
That's on Friday.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think we finally might get an actual main event that is the best match. Fucking Roman Reigns and Cody.
I think the tag match
might just fucking steal it.
I think this the Ray match could be moment of the night. Or
who's
it depends how they do
excited
Sammy and Kevin.
Who's excited for Adam Cole? Is this his return to the ring?
Yes.
I mean, do you have Dynamite on too?
Oh, wrestling? Is he wrestling? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's wrestling, what's his name? Daniel Garcia.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not world champ by next year. He needs to just be released. And
They should stay. Favorite WrestleMania moments? Oh, my God.
God, he's going to have so much
WrestleMania 8?
extra contract added to his fucking deal. Extra time, I mean. Adam Cole. Because he was out.
Too bad Moxley just signed, too. He's fucking bitching
He's
about
never
their
coming
locker room.
back.
Look at Daniel Garcia. He's got fucking like 2 pieces of hair on his chest.
There are so many tweets if you just type in Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, Rock Austin, people comparing the two.
That's why
Like before they blew up.
I can't.
It's like, dude, these guys are not close.
They're not close. Fucking
Ricky
Wheeler
Starks
Yuta's not
the
close
closest thing.
to Austin.
No, to Rock.
Why? Because they have the same skin
They
color.
just look alike, yeah. No, he could easily be a megastar on TV, on interviews. He could be everywhere.
I don't see anybody in AEW being a megastar.
No, because they don't. I literally just was tweeting this the other day. They're not built for megastars. They only had one, mainstream stars. They only had one in their company's history. It was Cody. He was on game shows. He was doing this. CM Punk was a D-list celebrity.
He also wasn't like a AEW original coming up and becoming a megastar. He was already kind of like
and they rejected him immediately. They had 1 year, maybe half a year of cheering for him, and then I feel like he beat Anthony Ogogo.
I mean, I got sick of Cody. I thought it was just
because it doesn't work on AEW. It just doesn't work.
WWE. It's so much better.
Yeah, I was
I think I was just also anti AEW
when we met Cody Rhodes. That was my guy. Come from 2000.
I got a fucking blurry picture.
Bob Holly. I've even told Cody this. Like, I love Bob Holly so much. Once he tagged with him, I was like, Cody's my guy now going forward. And then we met him at SummerSlam. You got a blurry picture.
Terrible.
And the rest is history. But yeah, during the AEW run, I was like, what is this? This is trash.
Oh, he was awful.
He was lighting himself on. He was jumping through flaming tables.
It was also mostly because he was bitter. And he'll admit now that he was bitter. And he said some stupid shit.
WrestleMania 32 trying to get in was terrible.
I'd say trying to get an Uber after WrestleMania 32 as well. That was a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Worst WrestleMania experience? Cena sucks. That guy.
And Stevie Breach had a finger up his butt.
Up his own butt?
32. No, somebody like
Oh,
fingered his
yeah.
asshole
I
and wanted
wasn't
to
about
get
that.
Apparently
32.
almost fought the person.
I missed Stevie. I told him that he might go to 40.
Might just go to Florida.
40.
Oh, it's like Florida.
Worst WrestleMania experience? Yeah, I don't really have bad experiences.
What are you most looking forward to on WrestleMania?
Oh, not hitting your head on that stop sign?
That was before WrestleMania, technically,
that was
but yeah,
fucking hysterical.
that was
I mean,
awesome.
Oh, man, you're bleeding. Yeah,
I
I
pulled a
bladed.
John Moxley.
Fucking walking to
Just
what am I
bladed.
looking forward to? I don't know. Since I'm not going, I just look forward to it being over.
Sammy and Kevin.
So I get to next year's. Yeah, that.
Oh, do
Then
we think
Cody.
either
then
night
Wayne
goes
Dom.
past midnight or no?
No,
Fucking hope not.
I think
Starts
like
at
11:30.
7 or 8. It starts at 8.
What do we think? Is Stone Cold Steve Austin going to show up and like talk
Yes.
to LA Knight or some shit?
He's
Yes,
gonna
I
give
think-
Miz the stunner probably.
No, I think LA Knight and him either have a promo battle, and then I could see
What?
I could see like
Yeah. What?
Bobby coming
Yeah.
out.
What?
And then-
Dummy, yeah.
So I could
Dummy,
see LA
yeah.
Knight coming out, maybe winning the Battle Royal, maybe losing it to Bobby in the last two. He comes out, says you have to have a LA Mania without LA Knight. Bobby comes out with the trophy, says, "Look, I beat you. I don't even have a Mania match." Blah blah blah. Spear him, fucking whatever his finisher is, jackhammer or fucking Dominator. He doesn't do anymore. And then LA gets up, kind of like Dolph after Goldberg, still talks shit, and then Stunner, and then Austin comes out, and they go back and forth a little before a Stunner. And it's
No, I
over.
want to hear a yeah. What? Yeah. What?
They could still
Tommy,
do that,
yeah.
but he's like half dead because Bobby just beat the shit out of him. I'm trying to figure out how to get all three of those guys on.
How do you get Corbin on the card though?
Backstage segment with Miz.
Maybe he's just in the crowd, like Cena, looking for an opponent. Will has a sign like, "Please wrestle me."
We'll wrestle.
We'll
for
wrestle
food.
for food.
Can he go back to Sad Corbin? Because honestly,
He is.
No, but like really, like depressed.
It's getting there. I think Triple H knows that's best Corbin.
I think it's time. LA Knight underrated.
He is.
He is.
Yeah, that's Ramey's. That's Randy's guy, Eli Drake.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for an announcement. Not only are Matt and I going,
Dummy. Yeah.
Alex is going too. The three of us are going to SummerSlam. The reunion's back on for the first time in 5 years. Ramey would be coming along too, but guy does not doesn't like the
Do anything.
I have a fear of commitment.
yes.
Fear
Like,
control.
will you be in Philadelphia? Because the last time I asked it to someone, they revealed to me they're going to be a father. So we'll see what happens there.
I will be in Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all.
Yeah, doubt it. I
That's
can't
too
believe
close
we
for you
went to
not to go.
Bridgeport.
It's way too close for me not to go.
Is it? What is it from you?
Like 3 hours.
Interesting.
Same,
You said
yeah.
you were going to go to UConn in Albany and didn't.
Well, I had to work. If they weren't the 4:00 game, I would have gone.
Sure.
So yeah, if WrestleMania wasn't Saturday and Sunday night, I would have gone. That's what we're going to hear.
WrestleMania
next year.
wasn't. Yeah. The Usos
This
versus
should be the main
Cole
event.
and Sami Zayn tag team.
Oh, Nick's just about to beat the Heat.
Good.
Julius Randle got hurt though.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Brunson's
it looked
hurt too.
Just looked like just an ankle thing. Brunson should be back soon if he's not playing tonight. I don't
Isn't
think
he
so.
in a
pretty much-
soft cast?
A soft cast.
Yeah, he had a soft cast on his wrist.
Was he? Who, Brunson or Randall?
Brunson.
It's probably
He
just
needs to get back.
precautionary.
But anyway,
I mean, I don't
This-
see any way KO and Sammy don't win this match. It makes zero sense.
It's going to be a masterpiece.
It should
I
be
better
the main
be.
event. of
this
that one.
doesn't-
It should
thi-
be.
this should go 20 plus though.
Well, if this opens the show and it's amazing as it should be, then like everybody else is just fucked.
Yeah.
All right,
Until
good podcast.
Cody.
What?
I'm trying to think. No, go back.
Okay.
I mean,
not over.
there's no way that the
Oh,
Usos.
that's right.
retain.
This is
Like,
going to
there's
be
just
on
none.
night two. You could bookend night two with this and then the world title and be two amazing matches. But this should main event night one. It's so
Yeah, and have Bloodline start the night losing, Bloodline ends the night losing. That could be the story of night two.
I always thought there should be a way to get a tag team title match main eventing WrestleMania. Didn't seem possible with one night. 2 nights, you just make history. Just make it the
If
biggest
there was
tag
ever a
team match
time
of all
for a
time.
tag title match to main event, it's this.
Well, they fucking gave us the biggest WrestleMania match of all time last year, which clearly was not. And you can make this the biggest tag team match ever. Just
That
But was
the
it
most
better than the
stupendous.
greatest wrestling match of all time?
Get it right. It was stupendous. Not
I don't honestly. I
Biggest.
think that weird Randy Orton Edge match with nobody in attendance was better than that crap from last year.
It's not as good as the greatest match ever, though.
Which was what?
Randy Orton and Edge.
Randy Orton and Edge.
No, that's why I just
Next
said, no, it's the
pay-per-view.
greatest wrestling match of all time.
Yeah, but that wasn't at Mania.
That wasn't at Mania.
Mania was Last Man Standing.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh,
That was
God.
great. Both of them were
The
great.
Mania
but
match was much better.
the greatest match was edited,
Yeah, that's right.
but it was
Favorite
still great.
WrestleMania
It's harder to
food?
judge.
Griff's asshole.
That pretzel in New
From
Orleans.
32. It was fresh that day.
What about that pretzel in New Orleans at that pub that took
Does
forever?
that
to
count
get
as
with their
WrestleMania
drinks?
food just from the whole week? Yeah, that pretzel was fucking amazing.
I had to
What
fucking
about-
order. Did you,
Oops,
when you
all
guys were
beers
in
is good,
Dallas,
too.
did you order food on an app?
What?
I don't remember
Dallas.
eating in Dallas. I just remember going to Hooters with Phil before Mania.
On the
Yeah, we
risers,
did
at
do
least
that.
you had to
And
order
then we
through
went
like
to
your app, and
Dick's
the
Last
service
Resort.
sucks in there.
Yeah, Dick's Last Resort as well.
Favorite WrestleMania food. I like the
We don't-
soda.
We never take enough time to explore the city.
We don't have any time. But if there's no access,
I know.
also in Dallas there wasn't really much to do. New Orleans there is a fuck.
We did on the Monday. The Monday
least
we
it-
got to explore.
At least Detroit we can go to like a Tigers game. Obviously I wish it was Nashville again. That would have been so much better, but at least Detroit we can catch a game. And then I don't know what else there is to do.
All I can say is
Around
I'm
there.
getting sushi for WrestleMania this weekend, so I'm excited for that.
I thought you were gonna say for fucking SummerSlam.
No.
So we have to
What
go
shirt
to
are you wearing?
When are you get? Yeah.
Oh.
When are you getting in? Friday? You're going Friday to Monday.
Yeah, I'm getting in Friday more. I'm gonna
What
drop.
happens
I'm
if they
probably.
do Raw?
Well, don't they? They never usually do. With
Yeah,
Mania
yeah.
and SummerSlam, it's always like it's always like in a different city. So we will see what happens. But if they do run, I can see them running maybe SmackDown at Little Caesars Arena, but I can't see them running Raw. I feel like after SummerSlam, they're just gonna all dip.
So then, if we get in Friday, we see SmackDown, and then we do the Tigers game on Sunday.
Yeah, because Tigers
So
game on.
crazy that they
I think
do.
the Tigers game on Saturdays at 6:00 at night, and the Tigers. I don't know if you guys know, but Comerica Park's literally across the street from Ford Field.
Yeah, that'll be fucking fun.
Yeah, but you can walk to Ford Field from like any of the hotels in downtown.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we have to. Alex, you have to book that
What?
the hotel. I don't want to talk to Dad. You think after a million times we could just like get his like reward number login or some shit? But every single
end
time,
up calling. So maybe
yeah, he always calls the hotel in. Remember fucking goddamn Griff? Oh yeah, let me just get a key to this room. Sure, no fucking identification, no nothing. Just gives him a key to the room.
I'm staying with Matt Lorenzo. Okay, here's your room key, sir.
Here's a key. Okay. Oh, Alex is gone.
He thought I was housekeeping coming in the room, and then I just remember Matt entering. They just gave you a key. They literally just gave you a fucking key.
Ridiculous.
In where? In Texas?
Yeah, in Dallas.
Yeah, in Dallas.
That sounds about right.
They were like, "Are you checking in?" And I'm like, "No, my friend Matt Lorenzo's already here." And they're like, "Okay, yeah, here." And then they literally just didn't. They didn't even ask for my ID or anything.
With every room key, you get a free gun. Fucking ridiculous. Does Roman lose to Cody?
Well,
Next question. I would go with.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I have the graphic. I updated the graphic for Matt's liking.
Oh, what happened? Roman
Oh,
Regions
regions.
versus
Have we
Cody
talked
Rhodes.
about every match so far?
We've talked about every
Yeah.
match, but this one, every match.
Did we do Charlotte and Rhea?
Yeah.
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 We did.
You
Yeah.
you tapped out.
Like,
for
I'm
that
gonna
one.
I
it
literally
for like an
blocked it
hour.
out of my head.
You spent like
Yeah.
20 minutes shitting on her.
Yeah, but I thought that was just in general.
Like physically shitting on her chest.
Sometimes I would love to do that. Fuck you, bitch. I don't see how
Cody
you
is
drop the
winning.
ball. with
Cody has to win. All these people that are saying, "Oh, Roman needs to get 1,000 days."
They're
He's
idiots.
been champion for like 960 days. Getting to
Not gonna
1,000
make a
is
difference.
literally fucking shit.
Not going to make a
Holy
difference.
shit.
Not a record. Not
Unless he's
anything.
gonna break Hogan's modern day record, who like really cares?
Yeah.
You don't.
Why? Why would
don't
that be bigger though than Cody winning?
Because that's pretty cool. Nobody even comes close to that. What was the last longest run? Fucking Lesnar at 500.
Pedro Morales?
Yeah, it was Lesnar.
34? Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Roman's almost doubled it.
Don't do what you did with Braun, where you waited too long to put the title on. Don't make Cody wait till like next year. Somebody
Yeah.
had to like where it would be like next Mania and do it
No,
now.
that you're. I know what you're talking about. It was like 2 Manias from now. It was 41. They said that Cody would win.
That's stupid. It makes no sense.
You
Like,
you
this
gotta
is
put
nasty.
you gotta put it on Cody. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you didn't have Sammy and Drew lose to have Roman not put over the next.
And Cody's
megastar.
already he's marketable as someone that could be like a
He's
John
already
Cena.
doing,
especially if
the
Roman's
media
going to take time off and he wins and then just stays home for 3. Like, fuck off.
And then you have Roman return for SummerSlam.
What I want at SummerSlam is Roman versus Jey Uso. That's what I want at SummerSlam.
Yeah, no title.
Would you really have like Roman come back? Let's say he takes off until SummerSlam. Probably not going to lose at SummerSlam, right? You're going to have him lose 2 in a row.
I think
So
he
if
should lose. I think
he should lose to
on
Jey.
Raw after. And like, I'm so pissed off. Like a Roman you haven't seen
You
before.
give him
angry.
a rematch with Cody immediately?
No, I think Gunther should come out and beat him easily.
Roman?
Yeah, and then Roman takes off for months.
I could see him being like, I want a rematch now, damn it. And then Cody beats him again, and then he goes away. That's really cementing. Like,
He
Cody
should,
I want
and
to
then-
see the bloodline turn on Roman.
I think I think this
That's
is what
interesting.
Roman should do. He should come out on Raw,
Why is-
pissed off as ever, and say,
Ramey,
I have
AEW.
"What happened in AEW?"
Adam Cole beats Daniel Garcia. He gets streamers, and his Britt Baker's out there congratulating him. Sorry,
Well, they probably just thought he would never wrestle again. I guess.
Hey, you didn't die. I kind of like that idea now. You have Roman lose on Raw to Cody again, and he just goes away for a while.
This is what I
That's
think.
not bad. That's a good idea.
He should talk about how he's like, y'all are crowning Cody the goat now, or just make something up like that. Like, you think Cody's the goat now? I've beaten everyone. I've beaten
And then
everyone
Jay White
multiple
comes out?
times. And then no, I would say Gunther comes out and said, "You never beat me." And then he just
That
beats
seems
him.
too
Sends him
random.
off.
But like,
So Adam Cole's going to feud with Jericho now?
Yeah, and who gets to be on that reality show? Fucking Britt Baker.
I hate AEW.
Well, he's
I
with
would
Daniel
prefer that. I would
Garcia.
have him lose again, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's true. But it was a regular match. It's not like he fucking murdered Daniel
He's
Garcia.
not even talking to Adam Cole. He just pulled Garcia out.
Well, they made it seem like
Yeah, the way he was coming down.
now he's
We're
looking-
also
now he's
all
doing
watching
over
on mute.
Maybe he's gonna feud. Maybe he's gonna feud with Britt.
On who has the better hair?
Well, what I think
Britt Baker
really
by
should
far.
happen, though, is obviously the Usos are going to lose. Roman is going to lose. Usos should blame Roman for distracting them with the Sami Zayn problem, blah, blah, blah. I want to see the entire bloodline turn on Roman. Roman goes away for a few months. Jey Uso's now the head of the table.
Yeah, but then Roman's a face. People are gonna start booing him again.
Roman's
Exactly.
better as a
I
heel.
think if they turn on Roman, they become the faces.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Because Jay's
It could work.
Needs a face.
And also, out of all the movie clips they've done, the bloodline as Goodfellas was hilarious.
What if we get?
I love the
what
joke.
if we get?
I'm not a big Batman guy, so I don't really care that they mix Batmans. I thought it was
What,
awesome.
what if we get Jimmy versus Jay in the main event at 40?
I don't think it's the main event, but I'm guaranteeing you that match is at next year's WrestleMania. I would put money on it.
That should happen at some point.
They've been begging for it. They want it.
Should we get a bloodline
longest
fatal
champ.
four-way? Roman versus
Yeah,
Solo
just
versus
do that.
Jimmy
Or
versus
it's
Jay?
like the Usos and Roman in a triple threat match.
If the Shield never got a main event of WrestleMania, I don't know if the bloodline is.
Main event of SummerSlam,
They got
Usos
fucking
versus Solo
Battleground.
and Roman.
That's true, they did. We were at that, so that was pretty sweet.
An Uso in every corner. WrestleMania 2000. WrestleMania.
Oh my god, I kind of like that idea.
I mean, basically, bottom line is Cody's winning, and it's not even like it. No other debate should happen. It's Cody. He's winning the title.
I think WWE's genius. They're leaking that they don't know who's going to win. They know Cody is winning, especially with Nick Khan saying we've known months and months in advance.
They had to have been doing that since forever.
Why is it
Like,
just
it's
me?
it's the
I thought everyone just left.
it's the easiest thing to do is you just leak shit that isn't true on purpose.
Yeah, and Meltzer eats it up, and Brian and fucking SRS and fucking Raj and fucking
Raj,
the other
dude,
idiot
is a fucking weird guy.
and
Raj.
fucking This Is Nasty, whatever, Alfred Kamuna. I don't know his last name.
Brad
Something with a
Shepard.
K. Yeah, and then fucking
Shepard.
Zero News.
Fuck, Brad Shepard.
Stop listening to wrestling media like it actually means something. Everyone.
But when it comes to media and wrestling, I actually listened to the Nick Khan interview on the Sports Media Business Podcast today with Andrew Marchand and John Allred. I don't know if you guys know about that one. Or Hourland, excuse me. But it was Nick Khan gave some very good insights to just the business model and some stuff with WWE anyway. So that was good there. You know what? I'm gonna end this show with Randy in the corner. Because he's been feeding us questions all night. We asked about this behind the scenes. We were like, oh, is Randy going to have the questions? And we're like, he's going to come and he's going to appear. Randy, you were great. It was another spectacular podcast. upcoming episodes, guys. The Danny Dimes one's coming up. Draft season's right around the corner. So I'm going to say this right now. Next week, Kyrie Thompson
episode on Daniel.
It's going to happen. I have the egg on my face, and now I have to own up
We've
to
been
it.
waiting for it. Even I've been waiting for it, and I hate Daniel Jones.
Oh, the apology episode. Okay, I thought you were just gonna like deep dive into Daniel Jones.
Maybe I will do that too. Maybe I'll do that as well. But anyway, guys, next podcast episode that is confirmed is next Tuesday. WEEI's Kyrie Thompson is back. I don't know how many of you in the viewing audience know this, but Kyrie is from Chicago originally, so even though he does cover the Patriots, we're going to talk Patriots. We'll talk a little bit about the Bears as well, because I want to pick his brain on that. But anyway, guys, enjoy WrestleMania. This is a blast. This might become a yearly tradition. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, enjoy the 2 nights of WrestleMania coming up. We will see you guys, Ramey excluded, in Detroit. Have a good night, everybody.
In your face.